as Dungeons and Dragons or anything like that, but the rules will change, and like the character sheets will sort of like be built as we go through it, and as we find certain things are like really fun, those will become more core, and if there's other things that just feel like they don't quite work or feel extra, we'll sort of get rid of them as we go. Specifically for the first, like tonight, for example, like especially all of you to different extents will find the material extremely familiar, but like none of it is just like I'm not going to just like play Tough Guy Mountain videos and that, but we start with stories that are pretty well established things, just kind of like altered for gameplay. Ooh, I just switched my webcam. Do I look cuter? I look the exact same. So for people who haven't used Roll20, you see like the chat box in the bottom right?
Yeah.
Yeah, wait. Do you have to click on it first, maybe? Yeah.
There's there's different tabs at the top. Yeah, Maya B, the player known as Maya B, has just entered the game and said hi. As you can see, Sam rolled there. There's like in a green block of text above the chat thing. It explains how you do different rolls, and also explains how the whisper function, which is if you wanted to say something to just the GM or to one of the players. Cool. So like the basic command, as you can see, there's /roll, and then you input the dice that you're going to roll. So like for tonight, I think we're going to only be rolling a d20, but you can it's a math equation, so you can make up any kind of dice you want, and we will be using like scaling dice as the game goes on. There's not really like a core dice. It's more like we set up tables that roll to select things from those tables. You type in Maya like /roll,
Yeah.
and then
roll,
and then put in like yeah, what Sam just typed in there, except without the period. Yeah, there you go. You roll a powerful d30.
Cool.
There's also a button for like a bunch of different dice on the left hand side. I'm just going to throw that out there.
Oh.
Yeah, you can just type here. Okay, yeah. Do you guys have any questions before we start?
What for role playing?
Yeah.
Are we like? Should we just be ourselves, or like a version of ourselves, or?
Great question. So you actually will be starting this game as yourselves, as Jonathan and Kat and Maya and Sam. You have been invited to join. Like you received an invitation in the mail to join the board of directors for Tough Guy Mountain, and you start this game sitting in a room, waiting for the sort of like board meeting to start, and you don't know anything more about it than that. But you're as like, so yeah, you don't need to know anything going into this game. Your character is going to be created through the gameplay.
I'm just going to watch it really quickly. We'll be there back in a second.
No problem.
I'll go get my drink. I'm not going to do drugs. I've decided I will drink.
You should use D20 on your iPad.
Oh,
no. No, not that. Here. I'm going to go grab a beer as well. Maybe I'll see Maya going into the bathroom while I do it.
Hell, everyone's just leaving.
I'll leave. Did you get a text on your... Oh, yes.
This is so good, Kathy.
I know! I'm so glad you like it. I thought it was a weird idea, but...
Here you go.
No, your feet are cold.
Sorry.
Look how tall this can is.
It's so
No.
tall.
Thank you. It is actually very tall. You're right.
Here,
It's
you can
19.2 fluid ounces. Oh, Taco, sorry, I didn't mean to lock you in, buddy.
definitely the size of your whole head.
Oh, come here.
Taco wants to hang out with you right now, Maya.
Taco, come hang out with me. Oh,
Did he-
hi.
Look, this
Is it the
looks
size of my
great.
head? Yeah, right?
So I'll get
I think
that
I'm a
app.
little taller.
I think it's just a website.
Oh, it's a website? Okay.
Here, you can look at ourselves on Twitch.
Ian, should I feed Taco quickly, or should we do it halfway through?
No, let's feed Taco now, right before we start. So then we can just sit down and just focus. Now Sam's being like, "Oh, I should have chosen drugs."
It's a website?
Yeah, go on the messenger, and then you'll find it from there.
There's just like 100 people tuned in to watch this, and they're all getting mad at spec work for being like, "What? You guys are just going to go to the bathroom and go to get beer the whole night? What is this?"
We also could stream it to the Mackenzie Art Gallery's Facebook page if you want.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I think at that point you'd have to send me a check. I think as soon as this gets, I'll non-consensually be broadcasted to your channel for fun. But the second I non-consensually get broadcasted to like a gallery, that's work.
Yeah. Well, we currently have 0 watchers. We have 2 watchers, but
Well, it might have been me.
maybe Ian opened it up and Kat has opened it up on their browser, so that would be those people.
That's well, now I'm more nervous.
Yeah, performance anxiety. We're watching ourselves.
That's why my house doesn't have any mirrors. Otherwise, I'll start stuttering.
Esther is here.
Yeah!
There's a
Hi.
link in the chat. Oh, look, Cat B. Cat's just pretending to be Esther.
Hey, where's Cat A? Still got it.
How come you didn't do that joke to Maya?
Oh, yeah. I want that.
Because that's how long it took me to come up with it. I don't know. You're not even Plan B, so I don't. Let's see. All right. Fuck.
Roll 20. Yeah, I'm just gonna. If Esther shows up in the next 5 minutes, we will wait for her.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm like, for like you're all on like a different gradient of how familiar you'll be with some of the introductory material. So like, obviously I'm like more excited for people who have no familiarity with it to I feel like Kat and Jonathan and Sam might be a little bit unimpressed by a live work cubicle, and Maya will only be like half impressed, where Esther might be fully impressed.
There's some ambitious valuations.
Impressed.
Live work cubicle. I think you mean everybody's house.
Yeah.
Now that now that Tough came out and became real.
Wow. That's very true.
Yeah, and many of us have no jobs except literally being our own unpaid intern for whatever.
But
Yeah.
luckily, we get royalties for art ideas becoming real life. So, like, I don't know. I've been fine.
And what's the deal with still not being able to choose when you go to the bathroom?
Hey,
Anybody else having this problem?
hey, who drew that dick on the? Hey,
It doesn't say, does it?
How do you undo
Well,
this?
I can move the dick around.
Oh,
I can probably delete it. Yeah, I can delete it. Ah, it's back. Oops. The annoying thing with the DM screen is that it's like really easy to drag around your entire map. I only have used Roll20 as a dungeon master one time while I was like filling in for someone else. So, Sam, have you used it a bunch?
Yeah, I've got a quarantine Dungeons and Dragons group that I'm in,
Cute.
and we've been using it for that. It's pretty good.
I'm playing a Cyberpunk 2020 game
Yeah.
on Roll20, which is really fun. And I agreed to be in like an old Dungeons and Dragons, like advanced Dungeons and Dragons
Ooh.
first edition. And I gotta say, it's like it makes me feel young. It's like problematic in this really casual way. Like it's like, but it's like to the point where it's a little bit uncomfortable sometimes. And I'm playing with people who are older than me and love old Dungeons and Dragons, and you know, wouldn't want it to be problematic. And it's kind of like just the writing is pretty. Like I don't know how, like, you know, like there really is a way to make like orcs more racist. Like you don't have to make orcs racist, but old Dungeons and Dragons really did, especially just like how certain races are locked into being like good or evil.
Mm-hmm. They just removed that.
Say what?
They they're officially removing the idea of evil races.
Yeah, I've been following their recent like Dungeons and Dragons responding to like.
I wonder if they're getting pushback against that.
Oh, certainly. Already they have. I mean, if you do anything, people push back against it, and especially if it's like if it's anything in any sort of media that is based on people liking consistency, which is like I remember this is like only tangentially, but less loaded. When like Minecraft first came out, there were people that would complain because like every couple of months there would be a new patch because like it wasn't finished. You couldn't like do much in it. So he was adding shit to the game constantly, and people would like complain. They would write like letters about how mad they were that there had been an update and that there had been like changes to this like game that was in alpha.
Yeah, there's nothing like.
Oh.
Go ahead, Kat.
I'm really upset right now because the Magical Girl series that I've role played for over 10 years, it just got a reboot. And they changed the outfits and the naming conventions that my role-playing group has been upholding, like, very carefully and, like, and policing, like, people who wanted to join to make sure that their characters, like, adhered to the canon. And they just fucking trashed it. They just got rid of it all our work.
Wow.
Guys, Kat is a troglodyte, so don't forget that. She's basically Trogdor, so I'm sure these changes aren't that bad. I'm sure they're actually a healthy improvement.
You used to have your character named after a food, and now it's named after train stations in Japan.
Oh,
much less cuter.
Yeah,
that's a very specific change, but I disagree. I think it is also cute. I like train stations. I think they're fine.
Sam train station in Japan, Robert.
I'm not personally into them, but I totally get why people would be.
Yeah. Train aesthetic. It's like steampunk for children, or steampunk for steampunk for old men.
Reason number like 8,050 that I got radicalized was going to any of the other train stations along the Lakeshore line. And all of their stations are nicer than my station.
And that's when you realize the world.
For the 100th time. That's.
Wait, so is Jonathan the one making this dick, or is it Kat?
I'm making
I'm
it.
doing fun things to it.
It's a collaborative thing.
I added the hair and the flies.
Whoa!
I wish that you know, I could make like post art on Instagram and people could draw dicks on it and it would like be permanently. I'm not saying I wish that in general for Instagram. I would just like, to have my incredible, beautiful, perfect art defaced like this is surprisingly rewarding.
Oh,
That's what Da Vinci said about Duchamp. I'm glad you drew a mustache on that postcard.
I love
classic line.
When I'm bored, I just YouTube Duchamp Pones Da Vinci. Oh, Jonathan, I remember when I told you about that New York Times PewDiePie podcast, and then you went back and listened to the other things in it and said that they were good. Maya and I just listened to the first couple ones, and it was awesome. It was so good. I mean, even though it was definitely, there was an aspect to it of mainstream media ripping apart the alternative media.
I like that aspect of it though, because you see it's like you can really tell what their agenda is, and it's sort of like it's not like, I mean, I don't think they're trying to be I think they're trying, I wouldn't say that they are what do you call it, not trying, I still think they're trying to be objective journalists, but I think their agenda is super obvious in it, and that's very funny.
Yeah, it sort of works. It sort of works for both those things. It works as a hilarious, transparent agenda of what the New York Times would want to do, but also is just extremely relevant and important information.
it's also oh, look how corrupt the other media outlets are, but the New York Times, look what we're covering.
I just don't think I thought. I don't think I thought so much about how, sort of right wing, the alt right internet and BreadTube, how important poning people is. Poning people in an interview is that is currency. That is what you have to do, and whether you have to whether you have to make up that content. I've always assumed that Jordan Peterson staged interviews where he could pwn lefties kind of thing, and then while we were listening to it because I don't know when this was recorded, but I just I remember that moment where Jordan Peterson debated Slavoj Žižek,
and he was fucked. He got fucked
and fell into a coma.
And he fell into a coma because of it.
I feel bad.
And his hot daughter had to start titty nursing him.
Yeah.
I feel bad for making fun of him for the legitimate horrors of drug addiction, but I think the funniest and most fitting end that he could have had is being taken advantage of by his hot daughter, tricked into eating only meat, and doing drug rehab in Russia because he lost in a debate about the most basic of basic things against a man that can barely form cohesive sentences consistently.
And it's funny because not that I wasn't there at that debate. I've only watched little highlights, but it really felt like Slavoj Žižek was not even trying to be mean to him at all.
No, that was the thing.
Jordan Peterson was just so stupid that he couldn't, just by existing and being there in that debate, he was going to show that he was a not particularly intelligent person posing as someone who can debate people.
Yeah, I saw some of the screenshots of Jordan Peterson's Reddit were I can't believe this is happening. I quit. I give up on this guy. He didn't even do the readings. What was the point of any of this?
Yeah,
and that's what the debate wound up being, was just Slavoj Žižek saying some stuff and then Jordan Peterson not knowing what it meant because he didn't do the reading.
Then there was
I'll never get paid as much as him.
Yeah, I definitely saw I saw some things on the Jordan Peterson Reddit of a fan just being I don't know about you guys, but I think I'm kind of done with Jordan Peterson. Watching that debate, he just came across as not very, and it was that could at that point Jordan Peterson was really, really popular.
Yeah,
and then after that point, he was not his fan base. Not, I'm sure he still has fans and stuff like that, but
he just wrote something in the National Post this week, and it sounded so unhinged and
it's probably from Michaela. Michaela probably wrote it.
I don't know. It has a very, yeah, that's totally possible. It has this very Jordan Peterson, like, just like using like big words that dumb people know sort of writing style.
Seeing the old videos of him, like before he was a thing, where he's like, wearing the like zoot hat, appearing on cable access television, is just like, oh my god, I can't believe this. He ever rose to relevancy, but the current like Jordan Peterson built a currency of the idea of like pwning lefties, and then the way this podcast frames it, at least, is that like leftists started winning back a lot. Like these viewers, like it's like it essentially painted the sort of general people who watch these videos is just like they're highly influenceable. So if like you make a good argument, they'll be interested in you. Like, and it like chronicles the journey of this guy who just watches YouTube videos and spent time being like convinced by right-wing people who were pwning lefties online, and then started watching Destiny videos and was like, whoa, this guy pwns like the right people, the right-wing people I know really hard. Wow, maybe I'm actually kind of a leftist.
The power of the phone.
The thing with the New York Times in the podcast, they were sort of trying to do the like both sides thing, where it's like, well, you're still like the left wing people are still just trying to, like, you're still just spending all your time watching YouTube videos.
Yeah,
they're now just left wing people, so it's like there's no difference between the two. Was like a sort of vague insinuation that I think they're sort of making, and
a conclusive one.
Yeah,
like they kind of end that part of the podcast with this like are you just gonna be influenced again by the next hot thing? Hey, Esther.
Hey, sorry I'm late.
Hello. Welcome to the Roll20.
Hi.
We're just about to start, so no biggie. We were just talking about all our favorite cultural figures like Jordan Peterson and Michaela Peterson. Those are our favorite cultural figures. For everyone, I guess Maya and Esther, you know each other.
Yeah.
Do the rest of you know Esther at all? This is Esther. This is Sam, Jonathan, and Kat is here, but lurking in the background. Kat, it sounds like you're doing very domestic things. Like Jonathan goes on the computer while Kat, just cooks and cleans and slaves away so that Jonathan can play tabletop role-playing games with his friends.
Draw nice pictures of clouds.
Yeah.
Those are nice clouds.
Yeah, I was thinking nice clouds.
Thank you, everybody.
If the chat gets bad on this, we'll switch to Google Hangouts, but we'll use this for now as long as it works for everybody.
Like if I start being really obnoxious in the chat, is that what you mean?
We'll use Google Hangouts to escape Jonathan. Yeah.
Wow, look at this drawing. Hi, Esther.
So I'm gonna run to the bathroom real quick, and then I'm gonna do a brief introduction. Then we're gonna start the game. Sound good?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Kat, can you get rid of the penis that you drew?
I have no idea. I think Ian has to do it. I can't. Like, I'm on the iPad, so I don't know what. I have like very little.
It's just messing up my drawing.
I thought it was supposed to be there.
Well, I mean, it is. Well, it was the first thing. It was the first thing that we added, so it has more right to be there than any of the things.
And also this
after
this thing that says illustrated by Kat Blumke. I think we have to keep it there in order for that to be true.
Little tree.
Sam was waiting for me to pull apart the meat. That's what he was refusing to eat his other food.
Talking about your cat?
Yeah, I was doing domestic duties for the cat.
And now Maya's doing non-domestic duties for the cat.
Oh, hey, Taco. Nice to see Taco.
Yeah, he's still alive.
Oh, he's so alive. He's the best cat in the world.
I'm just going to quickly repeat for Esther's benefit, just a quick introduction of like how I'd like to go about playing this game. and like it's sort of like a mix of play testing for a more expansive tabletop role playing game, but also like the like play testing will still be like pure gameplay. They'll be like I might like ask for input on certain things, but mostly each session I'll probably input a different core game mechanic. And as like we progress through it, sort of like session by session, if I find ones aren't working at all, we'll just like kind of like slide them to the background and use the ones that sort of like appear to be fun and helpful. For a tabletop role playing game, like there's not really fighting in this one. Like there's not swords and monsters to kill, so it's all like more kind of creative puzzle solving, and like trying to really like zero in on that part of tabletop role playing games that I think is fun, which is just like when the players have to like come up with a creative solution to a problem, but also just kind of fuck around. Like I'm trying to turn some of those things, or like trying to create a rule set that encourages that as much as possible and takes away the need for like some of the sloggier aspects of tabletop role-playing game and needing to like memorize numbers and go through sort of like turn-based encounters. So I mean, you'll see what I mean as we go on. I don't know how far we'll get into it today, but I hope to introduce like one of the core game mechanics that I hope we'll use going forward, and just like introduce everybody to the story and where we sit. Sound good? Is everyone ready to begin?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, completely.
Cool. Oh, and also one of the things is that like even though we're using Roll20 right here, like we're only going to use the dice rolling mechanic in it, though like probably even by next sessions there will be character sheets. Each of you has been assigned a character. Right now, like there's no character sheet attached to it. It's like completely empty, but you should have the ability to make notes. 1 second. Esther, I still need to assign your character to you. Oh, and Kat, I probably need to do you as well.
Yeah.
Esther, your character's name is Intern Curse.
Mm-hmm. Intern Curse? Okay.
Yeah. And Kat, your Intern Cashew.
Oh, it's perfect.
You'll see what that means eventually. It's so in the top right, there's like some tabs. There's one called Journal, and it should have a list of characters, and each of the characters is assigned to you, and that you're controlling them. So you should be able to click. At this point, you can like click on one and click edit, and you can put things like the bio and info and things like that. You can also create a token and add an image to your intern, but as it goes on, like a character sheet will appear in this space. Right now, it's just like it's the container for a character sheet. Also, as we go on, like we'll use Roll20, and there will be like maps inputted on this, but I'm unclear at this point how much. I guess we'll use maps and visuals if we need them, but I think most of this should work in the sort of theater of the mind realm. But yeah, if there's no questions, I will set the initial setting.
Wonderful.
Sick.
So each of you, like as yourselves, as like Esther, Sam, Maya, Kat, and Jonathan, have been invited to become a member of the board of the directors for the company Tough Guy Mountain. You don't necessarily know what that means, but since you're all just struggling artists, this is probably a really exciting opportunity for you. So whatever reason you have clearly decided to attend the meeting since you're here, so you're all sitting in a room. The walls are red mahogany with a gold trim. There's plush curtains of the same red mahogany that are covering parts of the wall. The room is built around a medium-sized conference table with 12 seats. Each of you sit in one of those seats. Unless you're teleconferencing in, then it's simply a matter of the vantage point of your screen being in the position of one of those seats, facing the other people in the room. The ceiling is of the same shade as the red mahogany walls, and if you look closely, you can see little patterns in the ceiling tiles. It's a tapestry of angels and demons, heaven and hell, paradise and the inferno, and everything in between. They're acting out stories you can't understand. The red color of the room gives it a warm, cozy intensity. It evokes a safe and relaxed environment. It still requires you to, like it's a warm and relaxed environment, but there's still like an intensity to it where you feel like you want to keep your wits about you. The material of the table is an expensive wood, entirely glossed over with a thick, shiny coat of a varnish of some kind. And the varnish is so thick that it almost looks like it's a table inside of a larger acrylic table. It almost looks like the table's floating, but that's only because like the varnish is what's touching the ground, and so like it looks like the wooden part is lifted off the ground. Standing in front of a nondiscrete closed doorway from which you theoretically entered, but we're just, we didn't talk about how your characters got here. So there stands a person to greet you. They're a tall man with a golden goatee. They have a gray suit and a pink tie. He seems happy to see you, and he begins to speak. Welcome to the very first Board of Directors meeting for our new members of the Board of Directors. I'm Ivan Phone. I'm your Chief Board Liaison Officer, but you can call me Ivan. Or you can call me Kablo, which stands for Chief Board Liaison Officer. Or you could pronounce it like Ciblo. Do you think that's more endearing? But Kablo has a nice warrior spirit ring to it, don't you think? Anyways, it's your choice. It's all your choice. The actions and decisions that take place in this room will shape the future of this great company. This company is called Tough Guy Mountain Incorporated, or the Tough Guy Mountain Company, whichever you want to call it. Again, one is kind of intimidating and the other is kind of cuter. I just had a meeting where we discussed changing the name to Mini Mountain or Micro Mountain, because your brand can never be too cute, don't you think? Now, let's talk about how this works. Here at Mini Mountain, just taking it for a test drive, we heavily encourage our members of the Board of Directors to take a grassroots approach to directing this company. You are here because your own thoughts, ideologies, imaginations, and feelings are a valuable resource to steering this company. We find the most productive way for you to exert this is by planting seeds. We call these seeds interns. At first, you will control a single intern. You bend that intern to your will and have the intern influence the company at its deepest levels. As your intern grows more powerful, so does its influence. Gradually, your intern becomes promoted. With strong choices, the intern can even become an executive that you would have absolute control over. An executive that will make your vision of the world a reality. Do you have any questions? Like, what is Tough Guy Mountain? What are our goals? How much money will you be paid? I promise you that will all be explained during the onboarding process. I'm just here to give you a welcome that inspires curiosity. But you can ask any questions if you want to.
Are you a part of the Board of Directors?
Like I said earlier, I'm your Kablo, or Ciblo, or Chief Liaison, Chief Board Liaison Officer.
And how much do you get paid?
Like I said, I'm not going to answer questions like that here, but maybe someday you'll get to learn that. Maybe someday you'll get to change my salary.
Will we ever meet an executive?
I think you'll probably meet one very soon.
Great.
Anything else? Good. Then let's begin. So the room starts becoming very foggy. Ivan and the room begin to dissolve into a thin pink mist that surrounds you. The pink mist becomes so thick it becomes impossible to see, even an inch in front of your face. You can't see the room or each other. Eventually, you feel like you're outside. There's a faint, warm breeze. It starts to blow away the mist. You find yourself outside in a soft pink mountain valley. The mountains are covered in a jungle. The sky is brilliant. You turn around and realize you are standing at the foot of one of the mountains. This mountain seems more like a pyramid, and upon any inspection, it is clearly man made, but out of some strange, smooth, clear crystal. You see a door ahead of you. Another thing is that you guys all realize at this point that you aren't who you were before. None of you are. You can't see each other. You're all actually one person now. You command your new suit of meat collectively like a team of mech pilots. Good luck, intern. So for this portion of the game, your character's name is just Intern Collective. And you're just one person. And so you all have to agree to what the intern says or does. So like before the intern says or does anything, you guys have to decide that collectively. However, you can try to make the intern that you all now live inside of act independently, and if no one tries to stop you, it will do that. And that's just like, whether it's like walking in a direction or saying a sentence. But if like, let's say that Maya wants the intern to make a fart noise and Sam does not want the intern to make a fart noise, you would have to do opposed roles. And also like if Esther decides that she is pro fart noise and Kat and John decide they're anti fart noise, you all roll, and whichever party gets the highest single roll wins the day. So eventually you will become individual characters, but for this sort of like intro campaign, you're all just like mech piloting one intern.
Sweet.
But yeah, so you're now like outside of that pyramid structure in this mountain valley, and there's a door in front of you, and there's a mountain valley behind you.
Do we individually feel things from the body?
I think you all feel them together.
Okay.
Wow.
So if you have any questions about how you're feeling or thoughts on how you're feeling, just share them with the group.
Oh, I see. Cool.
Can we look at the door? Is there any information about the door?
Yeah, the door it's just like it's large, like maybe like 30 feet high. Like it looks like it's not really a door for people to walk through. It doesn't seem to have any like handles or doorknobs or any way of opening it.
Do you think we should walk towards the door, everybody?
Mm-hmm.
How far is the door away from us?
Yeah, probably just like 20 feet away from the door.
I can do that. Yeah, no problem.
All right, let's walk towards it.
So no disagreements on walking towards the door?
No.
All right, well, as you walk towards it, it just opens up of its own accord. There's like you can't see anything behind it. It's like just darkness. You don't know if it's like a tunnel or if it's just dark for some reason, but the door opens up, but you can't see what's on the other side. You would have to walk in.
Yeah.
Can we look back behind us? What does has
Yeah,
anything changed?
No, behind you is just like it's the mountain valley. You're pretty much like you're kind of surrounded by these like big hills covered with jungly trees. There's like it's the same as you looked before. There's nothing to stop you from you'd have to walk in a specific direction to get any new information. But yeah, the hills aren't changing, or nothing has burst out of the trees and is charging towards you or anything like that.
Can we see if there's any traps or like secret clues around the door?
Yeah, you don't. Nothing really sticks out.
It's just a dark hallway.
Maybe it's a hallway. It's like so dark that you really can't see without walking in.
What does my intern? What does our intuition say we should do?
Stick our foot through.
Yeah. Okay.
I think we should aggressively run in.
Oh shit.
I'll
Well, in
second
order
that.
to aggressively run in, you have to stick your foot through first.
Yeah.
But one is
Sort of a bit
tentative,
of a compromise.
not.
The
This sounds-
compromise would be we could stick our feet in front of each other really quickly.
Quick.
Yeah, I mean, if there's like a camp of like wanting to stick your toe in the water versus just dive right in, like you'll have to make opposed rolls to decide which one you do.
Who wants to run in and who wants to stick their feet in?
I think just both. Kat wants to run as well. So Kat and Sam versus Maya.
Esther, what do you want to do?
Yeah, I want to try to like go in as well.
Okay, I mean, I'm pretty. I can go in too. I can run in too. I'm not married to stick my toe in.
So, is the idea that you're going to just sprint in?
Yeah.
Yeah, the elevator though.
Yeah, let's get some info.
All right.
Wait,
So if you're
wait. Can we like get a running start?
Like back
up a
little
bit so we can have hit maximum velocity by the time we hit the door.
totally,
Yeah.
is that everyone is in agreement of how to pilot this intern?
Yes.
Yeah, that sounds good.
All right. So yeah, you just back up, 10 feet and charge into the darkness. And really before you see anything, you like violently run into something, and actually like you run and you hit something and you hurt your head, and you're in water. But like at first, like maybe for a second you think that like, oh my gosh, I'm in water, I'm going to drown. And you're confused because you hit your head on something like big, not sharp but blunt. But then you realize the water is only a couple inches deep,
Oh, good.
and you're not in any danger. It's still dark, but you can see that there's like now a light in the distance. There's like big kind of intricate architectural shadows all around you, and you seem to be sitting in some kind of like fountain. You can also see the doors slowly closing, blotting out the light from the outside. But there is
Should we try to drink some of the water? Just take a little sip?
Yeah, just to test to make sure it's not poison.
Just a little bit of this?
Sitting in poison would be very different from sitting in water.
I'm seeing it.
I mean, does the intern have to pee?
Well, there might not be a washroom later on. And it's an opportunity.
Do we wash
So we've
our
got-
hands in the same water that we peed in?
Wash your hands first, then pee.
So the order right now is drink the water,
Yeah,
pee in
yeah.
the water, wash your hands, or
Drink the water, wash your
wash, pee.
I think so. Okay, we've got drinking, we've got washing, we've got peeing. I want everyone in the chat box to give me the order that they want those to be in, and then I want you to roll a d20.
Oops, sorry.
Okay.
I'm going to go for the standard.
Sorry, I hit the thing too fast.
You can't. So you can't type text and then type.
Yeah, I didn't know that either. So good to know.
We're rolling D4.
No, you're so you're gonna write /roll and then just d20 space 20. So we got a 12 for drink, wash, pee. We got a 16 for drink, wash, pee. We've got Kat with pee, drink, wash, and we've got Esther with pee, drink, wash. So if Esther or Kat, 17.
Choose the friend.
Oh, okay, but Jonathan got 18, and he's a drink, wash, pee Esther, it's up to you.
Oh, at the
Esther,
roll.
we need a D20.
I mean, it
Roll a
would have just
D20.
been better to do like 3 d20s for one roll and two d20s for the other roll.
No, I don't want the total. I want the single highest number.
Oh, gotcha. Didn't know that.
Yeah. Okay, so it looks like drink, wash, pee has won the day.
Finally,
So
reason
the
trumps the day.
intern collective really like dodged a hygienic bullet there, despite. So yeah, you drink the water. It doesn't taste good. It's like a exaggerated version of when you like drink a glass of water in your room and don't know how long it's been sitting there for. And like to the point where you're like, maybe another intern has been here and maybe they chose pee, drink, wash. But that's
you can
maybe
tell that just by drinking it that they chose that order of
I think it's just possible that you might get that fear knowing the inner conflict that you faced as intern collective and being like, maybe if another intern did this, they could have gone down that dark path, and maybe I'm now drinking their the consequences of their actions.
Maybe there's a decomposed body in there. We're drinking that.
Guys, I'm going to be honest. In this game, it's going to be really hard to avoid drinking pee in almost every game you play. So, but I think that you did your best to not drink pee, whether you did or not. So, your eyes are sort of adjusting to the light. You can see that there's like a light in the opposite direction of the doorway. That's like the only source of light seems to be coming from one direction. But you can definitely tell you're sitting in a fountain, and that the fountain like looks like it's sort of like decorated to look like the structure you're in. Like, so when you're outside, you saw these like two big kind of perfect pyramids, and the fountain you're in has like engravings along the edges of like little triangle shapes and a big hulking pyramid in front of it. There's no running water in this fountain. It's just sort of like, but there's water in it. Stagnant water in it, yeah. And yeah, so you've now successfully drank, successfully washed your hands, and successfully peed.
Are we sitting in our pee still?
Apparently.
Well, we're ready for the long haul now, so I vote that we walk towards that. You said there was a light that we saw in the distance, Ian?
Yeah. There's definitely a light source in the distance. So like it would be clear which direction you need to walk in to get closer to that light. You can go in any direction you want. Like there's back towards the door, but it's like darkness to like the door is obviously at the edge of the room, and it like light's coming from somewhere else.
What if we climbed on top of the fountain that we're in?
Yeah, that's a great idea. 1 second, but just busting out a little map here. So yeah, roll a d20 to see how well you climb, John. Unless anyone wants to stop Jonathan from climbing.
Ooh.
Oh no.
So it's I guess this fountain's pretty hard to get a hold on. Like the pillar in the middle comes out, and the pyramid shape on top of that is larger than it. So it's like just hard to get a grip, and you're clearly not a good climber as an intern.
Our hands are all slippery too after washing.
Yeah, I
Once
also
you're
like.
will be good climbers.
I also point out that like where you peed is probably like the pee is probably floating towards you now. Like if you weren't sitting in your own pee, you will be soon.
Okay, let's get out of here.
Yeah, let's walk towards that light, guys. Maybe.
So, to your fortune, I'd say, despite that being a hard fountain to climb up on top of, there is actually just what looks like. So let's imagine that walking away. Like let's imagine the door is south and so you're walking north right now, just to keep a sort of basic sense of direction. In front of it looks like next to the fountain, like east and west, are like other fountains or sculptures, but in front of that fountain, so closer to the source of the light, looks like a staircase. And that staircase is surrounded by two other, actually one big fountain that's like more like a big obelisk with a tiny crown of little pyramids on top of it. But there's a staircase on the other side of that. There's a pile of modern furniture. But if you, the reason I'm bringing up the staircase is like maybe it leads somewhere, or maybe you'd be able to accomplish your earlier goal from climbing on top of the fountain, to be able to see into the distance.
Can we go towards it?
Yeah, I think
let's
that
climb
sounds
up
like
the staircase.
Right.
Yeah, so the staircase is about 20 steps. Wait, does anyone not want to walk up the staircase? At any moment where you feel like you don't, maybe so I don't keep checking in with you guys in such an infantilizing way, if you ever want to not do something or say something else, all you have to do is voice that concern, and we will go to the roll. So walking up the staircase, it's about 20 steps. The staircase doesn't lead anywhere. It's just a staircase. But from on top of it, you can actually see that you're in some sort of like the room's huge. You can see that there's tons and tons of these fountains and staircases and furniture, like lots of like modern furniture of various very trendy modern styles, and then also just some furniture you don't recognize what the style is. There's like a plush couch that's like a series of like circles that get smaller and shorter. There's like a anyways, I won't start describing the fountains and furniture different, but you can see that there's inside this room, at least as far as you can see, like there's at least like hundreds, if not thousands, of these objects, and the light seems to like give you a sense that there's a middle to the room, and in that room it looks like there's maybe like an elevator, or like a tube of some kind that goes into the ceiling, and it's emanating a faint light. Someone roll a d20, and this is going to be sort of like a perception check. Okay, so pretty good.
Quick on the draw.
Yeah, so quick.
So your intern collective can hear that they're like you're not alone. It seems like you can hear faint like footsteps and activity. Not like there's a crowd somewhere nearby, but there's you can't tell how big this room is, but there's at least one or two or three other people in here.
Can we tell if they sound like bipedal footsteps or like quadruped footsteps?
Ooh.
Like cluck clack, cluck clack, cluck clack, cluck clack, cluck clack.
Yeah, nothing like special with these footsteps to think that they would be non-human.
Good to know.
Can we call out? Would we like to call out for help or something? Guidance?
Hello?
Ask this crowd for
Did someone just say hello?
Yeah, just say hello.
Does anyone want to does anyone want to not call out? Does anyone want to stop Kat from saying hello?
Oh, go for it.
All right, so yeah, you call out hello. 1 second, I'm just gonna make
It's a very polite hello.
Hello?
Okay. You don't hear any. No one says hi back.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
But But yeah, you're still on this staircase. You can't see anyone, but you can hear activity. And you have said hello.
What if we said, let's try yelling hello, but really loud?
Any objections?
Not politely, but just like frantically and loudly.
Shouting it.
Yeah.
Can you give me an example? Okay.
Sounds great.
All right. If there's no objections to that, yeah, you do that. Again, no response.
We're all alone.
You're standing on top of the staircase. Just hello. What's that? That's that gorilla song. It's like, is anyone there? Anyways,
I'd like to check out that weird tube that you described.
you want to start walking towards the tube the light's coming from?
Yeah, if possible.
Sounds like a good
Sounds
plan.
cool. Yeah.
So yeah, you'll need to turn and walk down the stairs. That sound good?
Wait.
I mean, I guess you could jump off the front of the staircase. It's about 20 feet in the air.
No, I'm okay with walking down the stairs.
Cool. Okay. When you turn around, you see there is a figure standing at the bottom of the stairs that somehow crept up on you.
What?
Shit.
And they didn't answer our hello?
No, they're just standing at the bottom because like it's darker behind you. You can't, and like the staircase is kind of blocking it. You can't see what they look like. They look they're definitely they look human, and they're and short, kind of short and broad.
Can I roll like an intern intuition check? Do I have any sort of intern spidey sense?
No, but I mean, you can try to do anything you want and roll for it.
Like a vibe check on this silhouette.
Yeah, okay. You just want to like sort of see if like they seem hostile or.
Yeah.
Is it a
Sure, I
looming
mean-
figure or a mysterious figure?
Like, does
Yeah,
it look like a Slender Man, or is it
that's-
more just like a little?
Yeah, make a roll.
Okay,
Unless anyone wants to stop Jonathan from doing that.
vibe check. Don't stop my vibe check.
The 13. Yeah, there. I don't know. Like, I mean, I would be like, scared just because you're in a weird situation, but like they don't seem to be doing anything to appear threatening.
I mean,
They just, they it seems that they're regarding you.
if we're going to be a board of directors, we have to act decisively and with courage, even when faced with unknown figures standing in the dark.
I love thinking pep talks to myself.
Okay, so dismount the stairs, everybody.
Yeah. How
Yeah.
are we gonna go get close to this person?
Yeah.
Like how close?
What if,
like, you walk right up to them?
Are we wearing any? I was thinking
Are
maybe
we
like
soiled?
if we had.
You smell like pee and stale water.
If we were wearing shoes, we could maybe use one of our shoes as like a threatening thing in case the person.
So,
Or we
I mean,
could
I
just strip
I guess it's
naked.
a good moment to let you know, like you look down to consider the shoe option and realize that you're completely naked.
Oh. Oh my gosh.
Very. Okay. Well, I guess we have nothing. We've nothing to lose.
Going backwards, like butt first.
What's butt first?
We could go butt first, yeah.
Butt first.
All right,
The
yeah.
safer way to descend a staircase, right?
Vote on whether you want to walk backwards down the stairs or frontward down the stairs. Okay, we got one vote for butt first.
What's front way down the stairs? Like just like walking normally, or like sliding on our front?
I mean, you can vote for whatever you want.
How do I do roll?
Right, I'm down with butts as well.
Sounds like we might have consensus for walking down butt first. That's really like cute. That's like needlessly cowardly in the face of like an unknown ally or opponent.
It's strategic because he doesn't know if we're coming closer or getting farther away.
Yeah, it's a
Nor-
real Three Stooges sort of move.
Yeah. If
Normal-
anything goes wrong, we can just start running.
Yeah. And are you like are you kind of crouching as you do this, or just like walking down backwards?
It's like, you know what I mean?
You know the way that you like ascend something if you're like afraid of falling, so you like crouch and like kind of on all fours move down. Are you doing that, or are you just walking backwards?
Just walking backwards.
I
think.
imagine like not like looking forwards, like not turning your head backwards.
Yeah, looking.
Okay. That's almost kind of like like sort of like absurd and kind of swaggy. Like this is how you walk. It's
That's our collective.
very confidently walking backwards down the stairs towards someone is like, yeah, I don't know, you're not a threat to me at all. I don't even need to look at you.
I don't think it betrays my fear of the unknown. And most importantly,
Are
to
you,
this assailant.
you hear a voice behind you that's like, why are you walking like that?
We don't know.
No, or just say, why are you walking like that? Like when you don't know what to say, just repeat whatever the person said to you, and it'll get it every time.
Any objections?
Yeah, that's probably better. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a pretty good move.
I'm not walking at all. I'm standing.
Fuck, damn it.
Backfire.
What if we just say, here, I'll come stand next to you?
Yeah,
That's sort of.
that's a good way to be on top.
So so you're now standing next to the character.
Can you see them any better?
I mean, if you look to your right, you can now see, yeah, kind of a short, like male-looking character, like dark hair, thick eyebrows, looks like maybe mid-30s, kind of racially ambiguous, kind of dark, calculating eyes. And then and they say, "What are you doing here?"
We're interns. The intern.
Yeah. We are the intern. That is a good.
I'm confused about our identity, actually. But
And why are you naked?
we like it.
No objections to that.
No.
And you're just walking around the lobby storage room naked. Why?
Oh, maybe you could.
Can you show us where the proper lobby is?
Yeah, sure. I can show you the lobby.
Yeah, we're like interns, so we don't really know what's happening.
I'm also an intern.
Oh.
So I know what's happening, so don't really know what your excuse is, but
Oh shit.
yeah, just right this way. And he starts walking in the direction you were planning, which is towards the towards that tube.
Is
the lights
he
coming
wearing
from.
clothes?
Yeah, he's wearing a coverall with a logo on it that looks like all the fountains and the pyramids that you saw on the outside.
How come we didn't get any clothes?
Yeah, we should ask him where the clothes are. Intern suits.
Yeah.
Lobby?
Do you know where the intern suits are, fellow intern?
He just. Are you walking with him now? Like,
Yes.
He's like, I guess I'll try to help you with that. Follow me. This is a bit unusual.
Are interns not typically naked?
No, most interns wear one of these. What I'm wearing. Yeah, he's got like
Uh-huh.
a hooded
Most
coverall.
interns, though, so some interns are naked.
Yeah, not less than. Yeah.
I mean,
Less than
some
100% of interns.
there is interns have things. There's different people who are interns, and maybe that's your thing. Maybe you're the nude intern.
How many interns are there?
A lot. You're clearly new here, so there's a lot for you to learn. Let's go check out the lobby. Here, one second. I'm going to run to the bathroom.
Oh,
I'll pee too.
doesn't he
I'm
have
gonna
a
run.
bottle that he can pee in or something?
Or a fountain.
This is really immersion breaking.
Unless we were in the fountain, in which case it would be immersion increasing.
I wish I were playing this in a fountain right now.
I'm really thankful I'm not in a fountain right now.
Like
I
in
haven't
Friends-
said that yet today.
That's what they're doing in the Friends theme song. You know what I mean?
I
Oh yeah,
think
that's what it is. They're all playing around.
In a
There's
fountain. It's because they're playing D&D in that fountain.
I think the worst group of people in New York is the group of people that go to a cafe and then play in a fountain.
It's true.
Fucking hate that show.
Fucking yuppies.
What show?
Friends.
The friends from Friends.
I was just, for some reason, I clicked on a article today of Paul Rudd talking about his time on Friends. I didn't know he was in Friends.
Yeah, he was someone's boyfriend.
Rachel was in love with him, wasn't she?
We were talking
Phoebe.
about how in the Friends show, the theme song they also play in a fountain. In the theme
Oh
song.
yeah, true. Oh, if only you were a group of people instead of one person, you could have reenacted it now.
Maybe that represents that they're all actually inside one person's
Whoa.
head. Maybe the whole Friends is just like all of those people are just inside one schizophrenic person.
It's just Chandler. It's Chandler desperately trying to connect to people, and all he has left are these characters that he's imagined, and that's why all he really says is, "Could I be any more sarcastic?" Because that's kind of all that's left of him.
He's like sitting in the cafe alone, being like, I'm a paleontologist. I'm Rachel.
Yeah.
Could I be?
He's just sitting around saying, "I can't believe you fucked him. We were on a break," and then he's just yelling that at himself in the cafe until they tell him to leave.
Jonathan, you're probably, I think you're the only one remember this, unless Kat or Sam were there, but extremely early Tough Guy Mountain performance at the OCAD Kale Weird show that was called Oscar Wilde's Friends.
Yeah.
No,
Yes.
that's great.
Yes, you wore the hat.
It was just Friends,
Yeah.
but rewritten to be more Oscar Wilde-y.
Yeah, it was like an Oscar Wilde written episode of Friends. And then I think it had like a punk component at the end where like the Friends theme song started like blaring, but remixed to sound more experimental.
It was just the MIDI. It was just the MIDI version of it.
I thought it was cooler than that. I can't remember, but that probably sounds right. But I just remember like running throughout the audience and
Cooler than a MIDI? I don't know about that.
Wait.
I don't remember what the idea or the point is, but I remember that it was probably the best performance ever witnessed by human beings.
Yeah, I remember it really impacting me.
Does every intern have a whole bunch of friends inside of him? Inside his head? Does every intern have a board of directors inside of his head?
That's like something maybe you'll learn as this adventure goes on. It's not something, or unless you're asking that to the other intern you're with.
Yeah, I'd like to ask that to him.
What if he thinks that's like way out there?
Well, I don't want to be.
What if he respects how out there it is?
So the intern leads you towards the tube, which is indeed an elevator. You walk by a multitude of themed fountains, staircases, and modern furniture that seems to be organized in sort of like rings around the elevator. And you get there, and he punches in a little code, and the door opens, and you get inside a very just like nice, expensive looking elevator. It's got lots of mirrors. Like I like an elevator with mirrors in it. I don't know about the rest of you, but
Very fancy.
Yeah, there's,
we
like, mirrors on
see
all-
Do we see what the code he punched in was?
make a check.
Oh,
Okay.
clever.
Do I roll a d20 for that?
Yeah.
Wait, you gotta do it like this. I'll roll for you.
Oh, gotta have a space.
So you don't see the code he punched in, but you can see that it was 4 digits long and started with a 2.
2020.
Whoa.
Should we try? I guess we're already in. Remember that, though.
Yeah, in case it comes up.
We have a good chance of guessing it.
So can we tell if the elevator's going up or down?
Yeah, you can tell it's going up. Sorry, and Jonathan, you tried to ask the intern a question.
Yeah, if all interns have a board of directors inside of their heads.
He looks at you really. No one's going to stop Jonathan from getting your intern to say that.
No.
No, go for it.
Jonathan, make a perception check.
Ooh.
He gives you a sidelong glance and gives a quick smirk before resuming his blank face and says "Oh, I know what you are." The elevator's going up and he says, "Look, regardless of any of that, it's really weird for you to be naked right now. The door is about to open up, and he starts taking off his coverall.
Oh, whoa.
What's it?
He takes it off
Yeah, what does
and hands it to you. He says, "Here, good luck, intern." And he runs out of the elevator as soon as it opens up. So you're standing here naked, holding the coverall, and you're watching. You're looking at this intern's butt as it runs out into a just as large space as you were just in, but to contrasting, it's the darkness of the space below. You are now in an immaculate, well lit, bright space. It's unlike the underneath where it was so empty, maybe only one person down there. This place is a bustling mecca of activity. It seems to be it almost looks like an airport but as you look at it, you see that it's just a series of kiosks. They all look kind of similar, and they all seem to be selling coffee. They're a lot of the little kiosks are sailor themed, and you also spot some desert oasis themed Americano kiosks. And there's lots of people in suits walking around. There's lots of people in coveralls walking around. It's definitely a bustling area. And you're now standing in the elevator holding the coverall, looking at this. You see the intern, the naked intern who ran away, jump over the counter of one of the Americano kiosks and disappear.
Very mysterious.
Does his butt touch the counter? Does that have to be cleaned now?
That's a really good question. I'm gonna do a roll. It's like you really think, if you were paying attention, that his butt might have just gently grazed the counter.
Okay, well, we should tell somebody about that, just so they don't. I don't know. I don't know what butts have on them, but they can't be good. It's got to be something contagious or something that would get on the counter.
Sure.
Yeah, butts are bad. Butts are very bad.
So we, but we should put on our suit first, right?
Yeah, I'm kind of embarrassed that all these people have clothes and I don't.
Yeah, a couple people have noticed as well. There's like people pointing and whispering at you.
Ooh, that doesn't feel good. So it.
You all know the feeling when like an elevator opens up and like there's just a naked person in the elevator. Like, we've all been there.
What is there to whisper about that? what is being communicated between these people?
I mean, like, you know, Sam,
Naked.
picture you and I standing and we see a naked person like standing in an elevator. Like, maybe you'd like be like, oh, look at that. I don't know.
Well, what fucking useful comment am I going to do other than also seeing it? I don't know.
Well, wouldn't you want me to also notice this if we were, you know, just hanging out at an Americano kiosk?
I'd trust yourself to do it on your own.
I mean, I would want you to point it out to me. Like, I want to see the naked person in the elevator.
Why
so.
don't we go ask what the people who are whispering are
Yeah, I agree. I want to know. Because, I mean, I don't... Like, what's the clever comment somebody's making? If it's good enough to whisper, it's good enough to share with everyone.
Sam's character is just the most like insecure board of directors member who's like just immediately like, hey, what are you talking about? Whispering.
Excuse me. Currently, it's our character. Our character is the most insecure
No, because
member of board.
we all have characters within the character.
Yeah, but they don't know that.
But anyway.
I mean,
think
Sam's insecurity is your insecurity. You know, in the complicated mind of your intern.
So I think we should put on our suit and then go ask those people what they're whispering about.
Or what if we just hold our suit up to our eyes and like slowly walk over like really shy?
No, I'm not voting for that.
Okay, fine.
But you can.
But Kat, you should fight for your rights.
Okay,
Like,
can I roll?
yeah.
Okay.
So Kat wants to not put on the suit, just hold it up in front of
Like
your
this.
body and walk towards.
You could also just be confident nudists as well.
Yeah.
As an
There's
option.
a couple different options.
And intern Stan, what were you trying to do?
Agreeing with Jonathan.
Which
Put
is
put on the suit, ask normal questions.
okay. And
Mine didn't work.
I think
Wait, I do roll dash D20.
no, dash roll or slash roll.
Oh, I'm down to do the cute walkover.
What's the cute walkover?
Like holding.
Dude, the Kat's idea?
Yeah.
And Esther, what is your preferred course of action?
I think we should just be proud nudists and own it.
Okay, cool.
You want to be just a proud nudist.
Yeah, just be
Oh,
Okay.
she gets it.
So Esther, does being a proud nudist mean like you're just gonna drop the coverall on the ground, or are you gonna like just hold it in your hand and walk towards them?
Yeah, like just like hold it like casually, but like I don't need to put this on.
What
like,
if
who
we
cares?
draped it over our shoulder like it was like if when you're carrying a suit, you know?
Yeah. Okay. I like it.
Yeah, I'm down for that. Yeah.
And you're gonna walk towards the people who you notice like whispering and pointing at you.
And ask
Yeah.
them what they're whispering about.
How do you want to phrase that? Like say what your intern says.
Good day.
I know. I literally want to say.
Good day, mate.
What are you looking at?
I literally want to say, what are you whispering about?
Is everyone on board with a confident nude walk? Well, you have to do the confident nude walk now. It's
Yeah.
a question of like you just say, "What are you whispering about?" Everyone okay with that, or
Yep.
I'm gonna roll for it.
alternative?
I'm sorry, guys.
Why are you sorry?
For making us be confident nudists.
I like it. I'm
No, it's
excited.
good. It's good.
It's
Okay.
our decision.
All right, so no one is contesting Jonathan's addition of dialogue there or of
I'm not.
I'm
speech.
okay with it.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah, so like the it's like a tall woman and like kind of slightly below average height dude. He has like lavender skin, and she's kind of gray. Everyone in this like strange world, kind of like it's sort of a whole bunch of different. Everyone's pretty human looking, but kind of has wacky colored skin and hair compared to what you're used to, and they both look at you like you are a like science experiment that has escaped, and they seem very confused by your confidence, and they one sec.
Are they wearing what we're wearing or what we are carrying?
No, they're wearing suits.
Whoa.
Oh, are they executives?
Say what?
Are they executives?
You'd have to ask them.
Yeah.
Well, we can find out after we ask them what they're whispering about.
They look a little bit scared of you, and they don't run away, but they just kind of like they don't really respond. They just sort of like they're shocked that you talk to them in such a manner.
Fear is a form of respect. I just want to say.
Oh, I'm always saying this.
Someone roll a d20. This is another like perception kind of based check. All right, we'll take a. All right, well, so you don't see anything. All of a sudden, you are grabbed on each side. Two new people in suits, also wearing like sunglasses, looking very like Matrix agents, grab you from each side and say, in perfect unison, "We've been looking for you."
I guess we were too confident.
What
We
do
must-
What do they look like? They've got two.
They look
got
like Men in
suits.
Black.
Oh, right. Matrix people.
Yeah, they're both really tall. It's another like maybe a man and a woman, very like tall and stern looking. The man's very skinny. The woman's kind of thick, and they say we must return you to intern purgatory immediately.
I'm suggesting we put on the suit.
Anyone want to not put on the suit?
I think we should abandon the nudist course altogether. We're in a lot of hot water. I can tell.
Right.
We were in warm water earlier.
No objections to the attempt to put on the suit. I like the idea of like you're getting arrested while naked and like, oh man, now I should get dressed. Like, cops are trying to like put you in handcuffs and you're just like, I gotta get these pants on. Like I wanted to be naked, but I don't want to be arrested naked. Yeah, they don't stop you from. You at least get the like you get the coverall half on. So you're coverall clad from the waist down, and they're dragging you over to a door kind of in the same wall. They're dragging you. Sorry, the elevator came up in the middle of this place, so you're being dragged across to what looks like a broom closet. And they open up that broom closet and they throw you in. Someone want to make a check to see if you are able to put up any resistance. If you try to put up any resistance.
I've been caught.
Okay, never mind. Whether you tried or not, it was unnoticed by these security types, and you are thrown into the broom closet, and the door is closed behind you, and you find yourself falling into an endless white abyss.
Oh my god.
Yeah, rough, right?
Scary.
I mean,
It's no way to treat an intern.
yeah.
Yeah,
And like
yeah. Help.
exhibition or public indecency isn't that big. It's not that huge of a.
I feel like when you see a nude intern, you help them put their coverall on, like one leg at a time, and
Yeah.
you get their wrists through the sleeves and zip them up. But I guess these people didn't feel that way. That's how I would deal with a nude intern at my job.
That's the first question they ask you in the interview.
How would you deal with a nude intern?
Such a good interview question.
Very carefully. Full points.
I'm just going to write that down. How would you deal with a nude intern? Okay, so you're falling down this endless white abyss. You kind of lose. You still feel the sensation of falling, but there's just nothing to visually ground yourself in. So while you feel the kind of vertigo, you can't really tell that you're, falling through space. It's just like completely blank. And then eventually you do in the corner of your eye see like an object and realize that you're falling really fast, but then and you see a couple more objects and they start to slow down and you can kind of see that there are these like floating platforms. And like clearly something is slowing your fall. You feel it almost becomes kind of like comfortable and trance-like. You're not afraid of dying anymore. You're just sort of slowly floating through an endless white abyss filled with these like little platforms or barges that are floating around three-dimensionally. Who's got the cops coming?
That's us. Yeah, we have the cops are. I think
Swat.
someone in this call swatted us. Actually, it must have been on Twitch.
We're never putting this on Twitch again. We get swatted every time we try to do this.
Oh no, the SWAT siren.
Classic.
My art practice is swatting other artists live streams during COVID.
Oh, there's the helicopter too.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god.
Vagina. So, and then all of a sudden you land with a gentle thud, and you're so you're standing on one of these platforms now, with your coverall, at your waist still. You can put it all the way on if you want. Now it's
Or
up to
what
you.
if we tied it around, like sort of like we're in a dance music video? We
Kind of a cool look.
tie the arms around our waist.
Okay. Bare chest. Half nude.
Kind of like a loincloth.
Yeah, I think it's a good look. If I'm not gonna,
Or could we wear it as a diaper?
It sort of is a diaper.
diaper with legs. You look around you, and you are in this endless white space on this like small platform. Maybe looks like it's about 12 feet by 12 feet or something like that. And it's just like floating there, and inside of it there's like a door to nowhere standing up on the edge. There's a desk with a computer on it. There's a beanbag chair. There's a sleeping bag, and there's some sort of like water coolery looking thing with 4 buttons on it. Am I missing anything? I think that's everything in the...
I feel very thirsty after we drank that kind of stale water. I want to go get something to drink. Get that water.
Yeah, no objections.
Oh, 1 second. Sorry.
So you walk up to that water cooler looking thing, and it's it had the the cooler part of the water cooler is not translucent, so you can't actually see what's inside it. But it seems like there's 4 buttons, and they're numbered 1, 2, 3, and 4.
I want to hit number 1. Is there any objections?
Hit it.
So number 1 and some little pellets bounce out into it. Bounce out. They bounce out onto the ground. You can try to grab them.
Yeah. Do I have to roll to try to grab them?
Yeah, why not? Let's see.
In case I slip and miss.
Well, why don't we try and get everything out of like?
Okay, sorry.
It's all good. We're checking out the water cooler.
Okay.
There's 4 buttons on it. Cat pressed number 1. Some pellets came out, and Cat caught all the pellets in your intern's hand.
Yay!
So you're now holding 8 little brown pellets.
What do they smell like?
Are they poo?
No, they don't smell like poo. They smell like they kind of smell like all bran or something.
No.
Can I eat one?
Nibble.
Yeah. No one objects.
I say nibble. I vote for nibble.
All right. We've got an eater and a nibbler. Let's see who will come out victorious. If anyone else can get in on this.
I'm neutral.
Uh-oh.
Eat.
So looks like we're gonna, unless someone else wants to roll, it looks like we're gonna nibble. So yeah, I mean it's clearly food. It's not super gross. It's not particularly delicious, but it seems like it will be nutritional for you. So button number 1 made little food pellets come out.
Yeah, let's try button number 2.
Yeah, it opens the thing kind of opens up a little bit like a closet, and a spout comes out, and it starts pouring water, and there's no glass, but the water somehow is like poured into this like cylinder shape.
Oh, that's so cool.
Whoa.
Self-glassing water. Nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Can we like stick our hands in that cylinder? What happens if we do that?
You pretty much like grab it like a glass.
Oh.
Let's grab it.
Let's grab it.
Chug.
We're thirsty.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. As you drink it, it just slowly disappears, and
That's so cool.
there's So
Can we keep some for later?
We can probably just get more from our dispensary.
What if there isn't any more?
Well,
Let's
let's see if
press
there's
the
a.
button
Let's
again.
press the button again.
Number 2.
yes, I would. Is that what you want to do? So, unless there's no objections,
I like to push 1 and 2 at the same time.
Yeah. I'm down.
roll. Oh wait, no one's gonna fight back against intern Stan from doing this. Yeah, the water comes out again, and the pellets come out. And the pellets are like inside the cylinder, so you have like eight pellets like floating around in this floating thing of water.
Okay.
Okay, I don't want to drink that.
I just wanted to know.
So what do you do with the pellet water?
Put it on the ground.
Yeah, let's just put it somewhere for now. Let's let that one
Like,
sit.
ooh, and then like move it over
Yeah.
here.
We'll come back to that.
What did you say, Maya?
We can like take the bottle and like stick it to our face or something.
You wanna do that?
Hit our head with it?
Yeah. See if it
Like,
can like.
can it shatter?
Yeah.
'Cause we're curious
Any
about
objections to trying?
Yeah.
All right. You smash it against your face, and it just immediately like erupts into a splash of water, drenching you, and you have some like pellets now kind of stuck to your outfit and face, some soggy pellets.
Okay, I want to press button 3.
Yeah, I want
All right.
to.
All right, so the front of the machine opens up once again, and you have before you like a coffee grinder and a like espresso machine with a portafilter, and like voice instructions start coming out of the machine, explaining to you how to make yourself an Americano.
This is the good stuff.
It's like, take the portafilter out of the dispenser, place the portafilter into the grinder section, and so on and so on. It's like teaching you how to make yourself an Americano.
Let's do that.
Yeah, that sounds good.
All right, if you follow the
instructions.
yeah, make a roll to see how well you follow the instructions. I don't know how trainable of a barista you are as
I'll
an
do
intern
that.
collective.
Oh, stand so fast.
Yeah, you're average. You know, like you make a little bit of a mess, but you totally make yourself an Americano. If you taste it, you're like a bit watery, but
Is there crema on top?
yeah, it's a little more beige than you'd like it to be, but there's crema. It burns off really quickly though.
How hot is it?
It's hot, but drinkable.
Let's blow on it a little bit, like this.
Nice, yeah. You see it. You see the surface of it ripple. Again, it's not in a cup. It's like it's a cylinder, but it's not too hot to touch for some reason.
We feel the heat though?
Yeah, it's comforting.
Aww.
Makes you feel like you have a nice warm treat.
Yeah, I'd like to try to drink it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a pretty shitty Americano. But like
What's number 4?
Anyone object to pressing number 4?
No.
All right, so you press number 4, and a drawer opens, and there's like sort of floating text above the drawer that just says, "Place your coverall here."
Whoa.
Do you do that?
Totally. It's kind of all covered in food, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
At the same time, every other object in your cubicle becomes sort of like coated with like this like bubble armor. So everything in your like the space you find yourself in is now like coated with a clear protective layer, and you see these long cylinder, these long metal cylinders come floating through the air in a couple different directions around the space you're in, and it's clear that they're like hoses. And they begin to like spray down your cubicle like a car wash. They move kind of 3-dimensionally, like north, south, east, west, and vertical and horizontal, just really scrubbing every part of it. The water is like nice and warm, so it like scrubs you from every direction. It's followed by another set of like metal tubes come, and they spray everything and cover you and everything in a pink foam. They like in the same way the water hoses moved, and then a third set of hoses come and spray everything down once again with really cold water, and so you're now left like shivering and naked in the middle of your cubicle, and another set of tubes come, but they're blowing like room temperature air over everything to wick away the excess moisture, and then the bubble armor disappears from the objects, and the drawer opens up, and your coverall has been like freshly washed and steamed.
Oh, well, at least that worked out.
Mm-hmm.
Man.
I think now is a good time to put the coverall on fully to enjoy
The heat.
the warmth radiating off of it.
You'd probably want to like I think the cold water is meant to like refresh you, but you'd probably want the cozy comfort of the steamed coverall.
I vote putting it on.
Me too.
No one objects putting it on. So yeah, you're feeling cozy. So you've now fully checked out the intern food dispenser. I'm gonna pee and grab another beer, and you guys figure out what important thing you want to do
I
next.
do that
Gee,
too.
Esther, what kind of pizza are you eating?
It's just like a margarita kind.
Nice.
It's from like King's Slice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really enjoying it.
Do they do? Is it that they do like the garlic crust, like the like garlic butter on the crust?
Oh, I'm not sure. I didn't know that.
I don't know. I thought King Street used to do that on their slices, but if you got like a whole pizza,
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I don't think it's on this pizza, but it's still pretty good.
that's awesome. I love
Yeah.
King Slice.
Yeah, I wish we were all like playing this and eating pizza together in person.
True, it's true.
Yeah.
We ate dinner just like immediately before, but I'm already desirous of pizza. Desiring pizza.
Yeah, it like helps you get into the role playing spirit, I think.
Yeah, absolutely.
What did you have for dinner?
We opened like a thing of fake crab, like the fish
Mhm.
that's crab, and
Yeah.
yesterday, so we have to use it up really fast. So I made a fake crab and potato salad with like dill and seaweed, like the
Oh,
dried
nice.
seaweed, and I
That
was really
sounds so good.
surprised. It did taste. I was surprised. It actually could tasted good. Cause yeah, I
It's
wasn't
so
sure.
Yeah, it's so funny. I made like potato salad this week too, and I've just been like eating that all week, but it wasn't as fancy as yours.
No, all potato salad is good.
Yeah, it was. I think
Yeah.
just like having mayonnaise on potatoes. It's like, and then like lots of salt,
Mhm.
and I think the seaweed helped with the salt. It was just like, wow,
I
potato
watched
salad.
an anime potato salad get made today or yesterday, so it's kind of like made potato salad.
Well, did it have like fake? Mine was like a sushi inspired potato salad. Was it like that?
No, it was beyond my culinary understanding. It was like made by the top student at the best culinary school in an imagined anime world. So
Wow. So it's
it
probably
looked,
like mine.
yeah, yeah,
I'm gonna
almost.
grab the last of it. I sit still here, everybody.
Do you want to try looking on our computer? Is there a computer in our cubicle? I forget if you said.
Oh yeah, sorry. I was just like, what are they talking about? Like, Jonathan, you're looking at like for more potato salad.
I also thought you meant.
Yeah, there's like a desk with a desktop on it. I'm just gonna add one little thing to that computer. Yeah, there's a keyboard, there's a power button, there's a mouse. Looks kind of like an iMac.
Is it powered on yet?
Nope.
I want to turn it on.
Yeah.
Okay, it boots up WoW so fast. There's hardly any loading time.
Oh wow.
So this is a fresh machine, and it looks not too dissimilar to a Mac or PC OS. You have got some sort of like home screen, and there's a bunch of little icons. How many? There's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
For internet?
8. 8 different icons.
Whoa. What do the icons look like?
They have text under each of them. So there's like, yeah, I mean, I go through them sequentially. There's like, actually, maybe you know what? There's no text on them. We're gonna just describe. There's one that looks like one icon that looks like it's a like planet with continents on it.
I think that's
Alright.
You can't bring. Are you gonna bring this into D? Can you show us this in Roll20?
Can I show you what it looks like? I don't have the things loaded, so I'm just gonna describe it because otherwise it would be annoying to import them.
Yeah.
So there's like like a thing that looks like a map of the world. There's like a lock. There is something that looks like a book with a quill coming out of it. There's a thing that looks like the same logo you've been seeing constantly, like the two pyramids. There's a little person. There's a shape that sort of looks like the pyramid, but it's just maybe also kind of like a graph. There's something that looks like it's like an envelope, probably like an email thing. And wait, there's one. And then there's a thing that looks like a scaling tool.
Like for your tea?
No, like a digital scaling tool to make something bigger, smaller.
Oh.
Let's see if I'd like to check our email to see if there's any messages that can tell us a little more about what's going on.
Yeah, so it looks like you have you click on that icon. A program starts loading called iDialogues, and you have two messages. One is from Kyle Litecoin, and another one is from intern Lisa. And the subject reads intern greeting simulation, and there's no body of text, and there's an attachment that just says H Kyle.
Crack open H Kyle.
So you crack open H Kyle unless anyone objects, and there's a brief loading thing, and then all of a sudden a hologram comes out of your computer of a tall, broad-shouldered, handsome boy, and
Is he naked?
no, wearing a suit. There's enough nudity in this episode. He says, "Hi, I'm Kyle. I work just a couple of floors up from here. I'm just here to check in on your first day. Are you excited to be working for Tough Guy Mountain?"
No.
wait. No, I'm quite excited. This is my first job.
Sorry.
All right, let's get some competing roles here.
I only got a 5.
Anyone else in there? Wait, intern Stan roll. Esther, what did you roll?
Oh, I didn't roll.
You're the voice of dissent here. It's critical.
It's
7.
very important I roll.
Okay, I'm going to vote. Yes, I am excited.
All right.
Whoa.
Uh-oh.
Wild card.
So just for the record, your mecha intern collective is not afraid at all. It's in fact very brave. And
Are you happy to work here? Yes.
so Stan, you just say yes.
Confidently.
And Kyle says, "Of course. It's a very special place." And the hologram looks sort of forlorn for a second. "Look, I've got to make it to my 12 o'clock, but if you need anything at all, here's my card." And hands you a card which just goes into your computer screen and then says, "Good luck, intern. Don't let this place swallow you up." And the hologram disappears.
Yeah.
Totally.
And you now the icon that looked like a person is now glows for a second, and maybe has a little notification on it.
Look it.
There's the other, yeah. So I mean, there's any of those icons. There's the icon I just mentioned, and there's also the other email. Which one do you want to look at first?
The glowing object.
Cool. So anyone oppose that? Nope. All right. So you click on the one that looks like a person, like a little, person icon, and a program loads that's just called Personnel. And if you had clicked on it before, it probably would have been empty. But now there is a personnel. Like it looks like it's like a database of like characters you meet, and you've now met holographic Kyle.
Whoa.
Guide, is it like a Pokedex?
Kind of, yeah. Like you have a personnel list of people who work for this company, and as you meet them, they're entered into this database.
What about
So when, just for like gameplay things, when there's more of a character sheet in this, like your characters will have this personnel section, and you'll have like descriptions of people you've met, and sort of like sometimes you have the ability to contact them, sometimes you just have information about them.
Cool.
But you don't have any information for like that intern you met in the lobby storage room. You just have holographic Kyle.
Or the people who took us.
Yeah, you didn't really meet them.
Because we didn't get like officially introduced.
They didn't
Yeah,
give us their business card.
Nope.
Okay, so something to remember for future: always ask for a business card.
Yeah.
Just like in real life.
It's an important life lesson to remember. Can we look at that other email?
Yeah, it's from intern Lisa. The subject says hello ?
No.
And the body of text just says, "Can anyone read this message? Let me know I'm not alone in here."
Whoa. Reply.
Okay, what do you want to say?
Yeah, say hello. Or John's typing
Right.
something.
Yeah, you could type it in there. Anyone can contest with an alternate message. Hey, like an awkward gamer.
So strong. Here, I'll bring up mine.
Wow. Anyone else want to try to email Lisa instead?
Just the truth.
Wait, I'm typing.
Do you have that as like a template, Kat, for every email?
It's my paste. It's in my clipboard.
That's what I send to people before I text them. I send them that, and then I send the normal text.
Good template.
Or would you actually fill up the big thing of water? Good job. So I guess we say Jonathan.
Cool. Yeah, we can say Jonathan sends out that email. You don't get an immediate reply, but maybe one's coming. Do you want to do anything while you wait, or just sit there staring at your screen?
Can we look at the world thing? The little map?
Yeah. Yeah. So that is it's a database of maps for areas you've explored, and it is like currently empty. Besides the fact that you know that you're in intern purgatory, and the map of that is just a map of your cubicle.
And what does that, like, just the cubicle itself? Wow.
Yeah.
Is there like a little flashing dot where we are?
Yeah.
Cute.
Yes, there is. You can see you're sitting at your computer.
Could we double click on another icon?
All right, so the things you haven't clicked on, there's like a lock. There is a book with a quill. There is there's two different versions of the Tough Guy Mountain logo. One is more of like a outline without a bottom, and the other one's a full logo.
Let's click on the logo, the outline without a bottom, I guess.
The outline without a bottom. So you load up this program called Mount starts loading, and it looks like it's some sort of social media app, and it looks like it offers you it looks pretty similar to social media apps you're familiar with, and it looks like you can post images, videos, and text. You're not following any other people right now, so it's pretty blank. Maybe has some generic welcome text, and the logo there with a bottom bar that allows you to post and discover, etc.
Can we go to Explore and see what like top influencers are posting?
Yeah, are there any other posts?
No, you don't seem to be able to look at any other posts quite yet.
Maybe we can write, "Hope you're doing well in these unprecedented times."
Do you want do you want to post that?
Yeah,
Sure.
yeah. That's
Great.
a good post.
Um,
Posts are good when they demonstrate empathy, so I think that's a good one.
Hope you're doing well in these unprecedented times.
It's like those posts that are like, "Hey, you who's reading this, you're beautiful."
And it's like, who are they talking to?
They're talking to you. Who's reading it?
Okay, so yeah, you post that, great. You have it looks like intern Lisa's responded to your email. You have a little notification.
Great, yeah, check in.
Whoa.
Yeah, and her she responds saying, "Oh wow, I don't know what that means. Are you also going?" Or are you also going to this event for interns?
Ooh.
An event? A masquerade? A ball?
No.
And then you get another message from them. Here's the link, and there's a link.
Yeah, let's click on the link for sure.
Click the link. Is there a link preview? Or is it just a link?
Just a link.
Click the link.
So you click on that, and there's like an invitation to some sort of like brand training with intern Isaiah for all new interns, and there's like an accept and decline button.
Whoa. Accept.
So we accept or decline?
Accept, I think.
Yeah,
Well,
let's
let's
go.
ask. Can we ask Lisa if she's going to this? Oh, I guess she says she's also going to this event for interns. So, but let's just check. Let's ask if she's going. I don't want to show up alone at the party.
Do you click it? Okay, are you gonna ask her? Or are you gonna click accept?
Ask first. I want to ask first.
Cool. Want to type in what you write to her?
Yeah.
And anyone is allowed to write an alternative, as you all know.
That's good.
Oh.
Should we say me too? Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, me too.
Me too, kind.
Can we tell her the helpful advice about pushing number 4
Yeah, I
on the
was also gonna
dispense?
say,
You should. That would be the good community thing to do, I think.
Yeah.
push
Should we also recommend pushing 1 and 2 at the same time?
Well, I mean, if you want to offer that as an alternative, then you and Kat
No,
can make
fine.
alternative roles.
I'm not going to pursue it.
All right, so cool. I mean, not an immediate response from intern Lisa, so maybe she's checking out number 4. As you all know, it's about a 5-minute process for that to happen. So, yeah, there's like a couple other icons to check out. There's the invitation from Lisa. Yeah, so well, you haven't clicked on the lock, the book with the quill. I forget. Oh, what? And the other Tough Guy Mountain logo, and the scaling tool.
Click the lock.
You click on the lock.
Yeah.
All right, so you click on the lock, and it tells you. So I just out of game, like the stuff that's actually in this computer is going to become your character sheet. So even though I'm just describing it with words right now, the next time we play, you're going to have these as like organized sections on your character sheet. And so what you just opened up was your security clearance information. And it just says that your security clearance is currently at 0. And this gives you access to your live work cubicle and your intern onboarding features. But you'd probably, yeah, I mean, you get a sense that maybe someday your security clearance might go up and you'll get access to different things.
That's exciting.
That's very exciting. I agree.
What is the scribe or the notebook and a quill?
Yeah, it opens up and it's some sort of program called the 6 Streams. And it opens up into 6 different options, kind of like tabbed. Right now, that like you go to those tabs, they each have titles, but the contents are empty. But the 6 different sections are viruses, hologramming, code, IP, brand mutation, and security. So this is going to become your like spell book kind of. Essentially, like as you progress as interns, you're going to like get access to different spells and choose what you specialize in. Like, and this will be like one of the game mechanics we'll be testing to see if it's, because this one's the most like similar to regular just like role playing games with spells, but we'll be kind of like trialing which ones are useful and good. But I have like a system for each of them. They're each like and you have the option of like getting really powerful in one of these 6 schools or being diverse. So that like you hopefully in this adventure before we stop, you'll be introduced to at least one of the things, but you'll be learning about each of them and deciding like which kind of path to go down. But right now you're just a dumb intern who doesn't know anything about any of these, and you're just like, oh, gee, viruses sound really scary. Oh, wow, hologramming sounds kind of cool. Oh, gee, maybe I'll just quickly copy and paste into the here. Those are the 6 streams of internship. So eventually you're going to have access to like a database of spells. But right now you're level 0.
I feel like we'll learn so much more if we go to that event that Lisa's talking about.
Sounds like a good idea. You can click accept.
I want to hit accept. Does anyone have an issue with that? Should I roll, or we just hit accept? To hit accept really good, or accidentally hit to decline?
If you accidentally decline, the game cannot continue.
You get an email from Lisa.
Nice.
Aw.
Yeah, I think you clicked on all the things on the Oh, so if you did click accept, the maps icon lights up
Oh.
with a notification.
Let's check that out.
Yeah, what's the notification?
It seems like a new map has opened up, and it just says the brandscape, and then in brackets it says intern Isaiah, and it looks like something you could click on.
Cool. Click on the name intern Isaiah.
You can just click on the section of the map that is now like a looks like a clickable item.
Yeah, let's click on it.
Do that.
All right, so you click on it, and behind you, the door opens up in your cubicle. Like that door that looks like it was going to nowhere, but now it's opened up, and it looks like it's leads to some sort of the outdoor area that you'd recognize from before you walked into that lobby storage room, rolling pink hills. The last icon that you didn't click on, I think you click on all the icons, but one starts flashing.
The scaling one?
Nice, yes.
Oh, it
Impressive
starts
memory.
It's flashing.
Let's click on that. Right.
Click on the flashing one.
Yeah.
So you click on that, and it gives you the option to actually, it gives you right now. It only gives you the option to decrease size, but you can decrease it by 1 or 2 levels.
Oh, 2 levels. I want to be really small.
Yeah.
No,
Body.
Yeah,
it doesn't. Well, click on it and see what happens, I guess.
Okay, clicking. Do I have to roll?
No, unless someone wants to click something differently than you.
I want to click 2, right? 2 times?
Yeah. Your desktop shrinks down to a like phone-sized device.
Oh, wow.
Shocking.
Great,
So
we can take it with us.
Yeah.
yeah, I think that's why it was flashing at you. Don't forget to take me. I'm your trusty phone.
I thought I was.
Does
gonna
our
get smaller.
intern suits have any pockets?
Yeah, good question.
Whoa, good question.
Yeah, it totally has 2 nice hip pockets.
Deep hip pockets. Sick.
Yeah, I feel like the Tough Guy Mountain coveralls that we've had in the past have not had pockets, right?
No,
I don't think so.
I think they maybe one of the.
Sometimes they have like holes so you can access your under pockets, right?
Oh.
When I yeah, sorry, Maya, what?
Can we check if there's anything secret in any of the other pockets?
Oh, the.
There doesn't seem to be anything in the pockets, but good question. Now I actually like feel guilty that there isn't something fun in the pockets. That would have been very clever.
Wow.
Like
Like a soggy food thing.
just something that other intern left in there as like a clue. That would have been a great bit of story device. Oh well. Yeah, when we took down when Kale and I were like selecting objects to not get thrown in the trash from Tough Guy Mountain, we kept intern Stan's coverall.
Thanks.
So I still have that.
That's nice.
That's one of the surviving items for the Tough Guy Mountain Museum. Okay, so yeah, the door opens up and it looks like you could walk out of your cubicle to go outside.
Cool. Let's go.
Wow.
Wait, I want a glass of water. I want to bring some food pellets and a glass of water.
Yeah.
Do you remember which buttons you pressed?
Yeah, press 2 for the food. No, press 1 for the food pellets and then put them in our pockets. Then press 2 for the water.
If you push them both at the same time, it takes up less space in the inventory.
Sam, do you want to try to force that by
Yeah.
then make a roll to beat Cats 3?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, that was a different roll. That was I don't remember what.
Okay, Cat, then I guess you can roll again.
Yeah, that was a different one.
Oh yeah, you rolled to like click an icon.
Fuck.
Okay, so So your intern manages to click 1 and 2 separately. So you manage to get a glass of water and some pellets for the road, rather than pellet water.
All right, I feel prepared.
All right, so you walk out into this rolling pink hill area. You remember the place you were before, like hills covered in lush, thick jungles. This place seems a little bit more barren. There's still hills. There's no like mountains. There's still trees. They're pine trees, and they're kind of sparse, just little clusters of trees sort of on the hills. When you enter, it says, now entering Brand Zone 7.
Maya's got a hand up.
Does it smell like nature, or does it smell like a simulated like naturescape?
Or does it smell like farts?
Whoa.
That's actually, so that question is going to get answered through something that we're about to do.
Okay.
But I'd say for now, yeah, it smells like nature.
Okay.
The specificity as the spells is about to be revealed, but yeah, you can see. So the like, there's pink hills. There's these like sort of green pine trees. They're a little bit like a little bit more like kind of shades of turquoise, maybe in the under foliage of them. They kind of have a bit more of like a pop than a regular pine tree, and they're kind of like dotting the hills. There's like there's a flock of wild brands, but I'm not going to say what they look like yet. And there's also a small cottage on top of a high hill, and you see a character walking out of the cottage, coming to greet you.
What do they look like?
They look actually kind of similar to the guy that you had the boardroom meeting with, but he's like, shaggier and less well kept. Probably full beard instead of goatee. It looks like he kind of like lives in the wild. Looks a little bit more rustic, and he's wearing intern coveralls. But he has the sleeves and legs rolled up, and maybe like some hiking boots.
Okay.
Yeah, more of a working man.
Cool.
He says, "Hey, you must be the new members of the board of directors. Come in."
Whoa, he knows it's us. He knows
Yeah.
it's all of us.
And actually, you guys now realize that you are not a collective intern right now. You're there's 5 of you.
Whoa. What do we look like?
So we're gonna get into. So we're gonna start like shaping some game mechanics through this, and start shaping what the character sheets are eventually going to look like. So right now you can see. So right now your interns all look like you. There's intern Johnny, intern Cashew, intern Schmidt, intern Stan, and intern Curse. But you are like right now you are given and your interns look just like you, with the exception of intern Schmidt looks like a male version of Maya. But right now you can make any decisions you want to change the appearance or the name of your intern. But right now the default is it looks exactly like you, minus what I just said about Maya's character, and has the names I provided. So right now, if you wish to change the provided default, you can now alter the appearance and or name of your intern however you want to. And you do that right now just by like making a text entry on Roll20, which I will copy and paste into a character database. And even if you like,
can I make myself like a lot stronger? Just,
you
like,
can't change the abilities of your intern. This is like you like in any way this intern differs from you in terms of like physical appearance or name, you can write that down now. And this, whatever,
Can
if
I
you,
have cat ears?
yeah, definitely.
Sick. Cool. I'll have cat ears, but like real cat ears that like do the things and not and are like the same color as my hair and like really well blended in, and not like just like a headband.
Great. Yeah, just write in whatever text you want because that's going to go onto the character sheet that will be provided the next time we play.
What?
Oh, change his bio. Does it go into bio and info or?
No. What I want you to write it. Just write it in the chat box for now. I'll save the text entries and I will enter them when I'm like making the character sheets for next time.
Oh, but I also have regular ears too. Because my hair's short, so you can see the regular ears and then like the cat ears.
It's good to know. Make sure you get that typed in so we don't forget that important fact.
That actually sounds sort of gross.
You won't be saying it's gross when I hear things really good.
You'll be getting annoyed hearing it 4 times.
Do you want to have more hair, Jonathan?
No.
No, I've never wanted that. You should draw, Jonathan. I'd like you to draw like a year by year chart of your interest in having more hair than you have. When was like your peak desire for hair, and when was your where was the valley of your desire for hair?
I feel like peak would have been. The only more hair I've ever wanted is just eyebrows. But even that, I only wanted eyebrows when I was like in grade 12.
Yeah, I still have this like distinct memory of running into you when you were like in grade 10. Well, when did you lose your hair?
Like
Your
grade 11 and grade 12.
I remember like running into you shortly after you had lost your eye, and you were like talking out loud about how you felt you'd be able to like rock it.
Oh.
It just seemed pretty obvious to me that was the route to take.
All right. Intern Schmidt is 5'8", tank top tan, lean defined muscles, big dick energy, hemp necklace with unknown symbol that dangles, sun kissed, flushed cheeks. All right, good to know.
No glasses.
No glasses?
Yeah.
No glasses. Is anyone else entering anything in about their intern physically?
I'm gonna think on it. I think I'm good for now, though.
Yeah, you can also change it at any point.
Cool.
Wait. I figured out. I just want more
Hair.
more perfect version of my current hair.
Oh.
What's that mean?
I just want. It actually would mean less hair because I wish I just grew hair on the very top of my head.
Oh yeah.
Well,
instead of also growing hair around the side of my head that I then have to cut off to get my desired haircut.
Okay, I like that. I'm going to copy and paste that into intern Johnny. And is everyone keeping their intern's name?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Intern. Okay. Yeah, the biggest thing I was wondering was whether intern Stan was going to say intern Stan, because that obviously affects things in Tough Guy Mountain lore very heavily. So, you are welcomed into this really cute cottage that just like looks. It's like it looks like a one floor cottage with like a bedroom, kitchen, living room, and bathroom. Like the kitchen, living room being like one space. It has like rundown, rustic looking furniture. Yeah, a kettle is heating up, and he offers you all coffee and cakes.
Is it Americano coffees or just?
No, it looks like he made a pour over.
Whoa.
That's good though. Pour overs can be so good.
Yeah, I want some. I accept both. Cake and also coffee.
Yeah, and unlike your pitiful cubicle situation, you are offered milk and sugar.
Oh, whoa. I'll take milk.
Milk?
Actually, I'll take milk.
Okay.
Can I
Yeah.
can I ask can I ask a question?
Mhm.
Of our so I'd like to know if what our host's name is.
I would also like to ask the question of what are the flavors of the cakes that he's giving us.
There is all the cakes are strawberry matcha.
Oh shit! That's amazing. How many are there?
There's enough.
Okay.
Wow, how many? Okay, gonna eat me at a house and home. My name's intern Isaiah. They call me the brand shepherd intern. I'm here today to teach you newcomers about brands and the brandscape. That's why you're here today. So, while I'm sure you all know what a brand is, maybe you haven't thought about, how it's broken down into different parts. See, here in the brandscape, we find brand elements, which could be mostly manifest as colors, shapes, emotions, and ideas or concepts. Each brand zone or part of the brandscape cultivates different brand elements, and we try to take advantage of the uniqueness of each of these brands to cultivate them into all the brands and love. And that's what Tough Guy Mountain is about as a business. So we're going to explore a little bit about what that means and what kind of work you're going to be doing here. So we're going to right now define a game mechanic that is going to last for the rest of the game. And I know that like some of you who have played D&D before with me know that I really like to make tables of things and then use them as like a randomizer. So for each of these brand elements, we're going to make up a list of 20 things for each of them. So we're going to right now come up with 20 colors, 20 emotions, 20 shapes, and 20 ideas. And those are going to shape sort of the kind of closest thing there is in this to like magic for the rest of the game. So essentially, like, in this world, brand elements and brands are like kind of like magic energy, but also monsters. So you're going to run into like brands that will be a mix of those 4 things, and we're going to randomize what they are as they come up. So maybe that makes sense, and maybe that seems confusing, but regardless of that, we're still going to be able to make these tables because we all know what colors, emotions, shapes, and ideas are. So the first thing we're going to do is just go in sequence, and everyone is going to suggest a single color in turn until we have 20 of them. So we're just going to go in order from where I have them. Does anyone have any questions about that before we do this? No?
No.
Does it have to be a single color, or can it be like a mixture of? Can it be like a speckled color or something?
I don't. Yeah, I'm not going to be like too limiting unless I feel like something will be hard to use as gameplay. So yeah, I don't know. You could. I guess I didn't include textures in brands, and maybe that's going to prove to be an inherent flaw of the game. But we'll see how it goes. You can suggest whatever you want. So the first thing we're going to do is colors. And we'll start with we'll go Jonathan, Kat, Maya, Sam, Esther. So Jonathan, give me a color.
Blue.
Classic, love blue. Kat.
Fuchsia.
Fuchsia. Maya.
I just made one up. Sunflower seed gray, which is like dusty gray with some beige.
Sunflower seed gray. Okay.
Sunflower seed.
Sam.
Yellow.
Yellow.
Nice.
Esther.
Indigo.
Indigo. It'd be really funny if someone just you ever do like theater exercises and someone just can't do it, and it's just like we get to someone at the table, it's like, I don't know, I just can't think of a color, I just feel really awkward right now.
Come back to me.
Back to Jonathan.
It's like airplane. Oh no.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I said airplane.
Wait, yeah, like I like what Maya was saying, like striped. Like, can I pick like something like striped?
You gotta still give me something that I can we can use as a color down the line. I don't know. We can say striped. Why not?
But can I do maybe blue and red stripes?
Blue, red stripes. Yes, you can. All right, Kat.
Then I'll do like a black and white Harlequin pattern.
Black, white, Harlequin. Very clown goth. Maya.
Cute.
One thing I will say that whenever I've done this exercise, people do eventually gain a sense of one-upmanship where they want to come up with a really cool color. And I just want to say that basic stuff is good too.
Yeah.
You can go either way though. I don't want to. It's your adventure.
Orange.
Okay, that's too basic, but whatever.
Silver.
Silver. I love silver. Esther.
What about rainbow?
Rainbow. Oh, I forgot there's one important game element here. I'm putting a star next to the ones that intern Curse picks.
Oh.
You picked indigo last time, right? Because every brand element that intern Curse picks is cursed.
Oh, whoa.
Oh, shit.
So rainbow is a cursed color in this game. Back over to Jonathan.
Black and white checkerboard.
That's so close.
It's so close to Harlequin.
That's just like
Harlequin
on the side.
Harlequin is just diamonds. Okay, never mind.
I don't know.
Wait, no, that's funny. That's a funny distinction.
Checkerboard.
It's like when they came out with like shredded wheat, but diamond shredded wheat.
Kat, you're next.
I'll choose transparent.
Ooh.
Transparent. Maya.
I'll choose wood.
Wood.
Yeah.
Sam.
Green.
Green.
Solid, man. Sam. How do you keep thinking about all these colors, Sam? It's so impressive.
Drawing a painting degree.
Esther, give me a cursed color, Esther.
Salmon.
Oh.
Salmon, but cursed. I'm just picturing like like when you find out that all the salmons swimming upriver are like they're infected with a disease.
Well, they're all gonna die when they swim upriver.
Oh yeah, sorry. So yeah, all the salmon are swimming upriver and dying. That's what that color is. Jonathan.
Beige.
Oh.
Kathy.
Royal blue.
Royal blue.
It's like different.
Maya.
Stone.
What?
Like stone, like rock.
Stone. I thought you said Joan. I'm like yellow in French. Sam.
So fuck. Red.
And the final cursed color goes to Esther.
Lime.
Lime is officially cursed. I'm going to use the bathroom once more. After that, we're going to do emotions, shapes, and ideas, and that will shape the rules of the game. So this is very important.
We can think of emotions while Ian's gone.
I have spent too much time thinking about emotions the last several weeks, and I'd rather.
No, that means you should be really good at it. You should have a lot of recent examples of emotions to think about.
I wonder if all my emotions are going to be cursed too.
Oh yeah, cursed emotions.
Cursed happiness. Is cursed an emotion? Can you?
Yeah.
Can you feel cursed?
That's a good one.
I think curse is a vibe.
Yeah, definitely a vibe more than it's something external. I think is what sort of makes it a vibe.
Oh, I disappeared off.
Yeah. The vibe is external.
We were just talking about if whether cursed was an emotion or a vibe.
No vibes and brands, only emotions.
Yeah, fair enough.
This is a lot of Tough Guy Mountain stuff was created before the term vibe started trending, so it's just really out of date in that regard. There's just like vibes not accounted for, sadly. So intern Isaiah has a cute projector screen rolled down, and a old-fashioned slide projector, and is teaching you guys about brands as we do these things. So I'm just going to give a tiny bit of information in between filling out these tables. And the next thing that intern Isaiah explains is that each completed brand has an equation, and that equation is built out of colors, emotions, shapes, and ideas, also known as SESI. So each of those codes correlates to a specific thing, and that is how we break down a brand. Before we go to the next slide, we're now going to pick 20 emotions. Let's do it in reverse order. Let's start with Esther.
Oh shit. Cursed.
Cursed is now cursed in this game. I mean, cursed I feel is an emotion. If you feel cursed, that's very much like a sort of in between a concept and an emotion. But sure, let's do it. Cursed. Sam, you're up.
Miserable.
Okay, buddy. Cursed and miserable. Maya.
Hearts. Oh, nostalgic.
Nostalgic. Kathy. Relaxed.
Optimism.
Esther.
Deranged.
Cursed derangement.
Deranged. Sam.
Content.
It's nice. Maya.
Confused.
Kathy.
Enraged. The other move. The other Pokemon move.
And
pessimism.
Pessimism. Est.
Exuberant.
Cursed exuberance. Stan.
Nonplussed.
Nonplussed. Is that a hyphenated word or just a word?
I think
Let's
it's
say it's a word.
hyphenated.
It didn't autocorrect me. Like you're disaffected.
Okay.
Maya.
In love.
I'm just gonna put love, or in. I guess in love is slightly different. Cat.
Fear.
Fear. Love and fear. The two sides of the same coin. You know. Jonathan.
Envy.
Envy. One of the 7 deadly sins. Esther.
Oh, is it me again?
Yeah.
Deluded.
Ooh, cursed.
Cursed delusion. Is deluded and delusion the same thing?
Yeah,
Or is
one's
diluted,
just a past.
or is
One's
it diluted or diluted?
Diluted is like a thing like dispersing in a fluid.
I feel
But-
very diluted because I drank too much water.
Okay, so diluted. Sam.
Disappointed.
Point. Bad. Maya.
Horny.
Horny. It's a good one. Really good thing to have in a brand is horniness. Cat.
At peace.
At peace. And John D.
Productive.
Productive. All right. So intern Isaiah flashes the sign. He says, however, while SESI is the basic equation, obviously some brands are more complicated than that. Sometimes a brand might have 3 or 4 colors, 2 to 4 emotions, several shapes, and several concepts or ideas. That's why, an equation for a brand might be something more like CCEESI. Let's move on to shapes. I guess let's just keep going. Let's start with Jonathan.
Circle.
Taurus.
Circle.
Who shaped?
Wait, you said wait, Kat. What did you say?
Taurus.
Taurus?
Taurus.
I don't know what that is.
Like a donut shape. It's like one of the primitives in 3D modeling.
I was picturing like the Taurus astrology sign, like a circle with 2 horns. Maya, what did you say?
Who?
Poo?
Yeah.
Poo shaped?
Poo brand.
Poo shaped.
A turd. Little turd.
Sam.
Cube.
Cube. Esther, curse something for me.
Hexagon.
Whoa.
Oh.
Hexagon cursed. Back
Agreed.
to Johnny.
Pentagon.
Pentagon uncursed. Cat.
Give me a pyramid.
Pyramid. Maya.
Silhouette of a woman.
Oh,
Silhouette of a woman.
like an hourglass.
Sam.
Circle.
I already said circle.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Triangle. No,
You can tell that.
nothing.
You can tell Sam
No.
didn't take sculpture.
No,
Didn't get a
Sam,
degree
your
in
character
sculpture.
just died because you picked. Sam? What's your choice?
Triangle.
Triangle, right? Esther.
Octagon.
Octagon, very UFC. Jonathan.
An eyeball.
Eyeball
Or
shape.
like
okay.
eye shaped.
Isn't that just like a sphere?
No, like eye shaped, like the Big Brother logo or something, right? It's sort of like
It's got an eyelid on
Has
it and
an eyelid,
eyelashes.
Yeah. Cat.
Ooh, can I have like a squiggly line?
Squiggly line. Maya.
Can I get a pizza shape?
What?
Pizza shape.
Pizza.
Is that a triangle or is that a circle?
Upside down triangle with circles in it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Pizza shape.
Sam?
Dome.
Dome. Esther?
Donut.
Donut. Cursed.
So you could get the uncursed Taurus or the cursed donut.
Yeah. I just go to Tim Hortons and I'm like, give me the cursed donut. And they give me the honey cruller.
I like that one.
Nice, you got him.
Jonathan, your last shape.
Cloud.
Cloud?
Oh, that was a good one.
Hat?
I want a balloon.
Balloon.
Wait, we're running out. I'm just looking at what's in front of me, and there's
Yeah, I'm
also
also looking.
dick shaped was the other joke I could have made, but
But you chose cloud.
yeah.
Maya,
Should I choose a dick shape?
dick shape.
I'll do it.
Sam,
Does that include the balls or no?
Yes, it includes all. It's like
I would just like a regular sphere.
regular sphere. And Esther,
Oh man. Fuck. What have we not done yet? Have we done rectangle?
No.
cursed rectangle.
crap. That's awesome.
Very cool.
Isaiah, clicks the slide projector and says, what the brandscape is the places where we mine all the brand elements from. And then we bring them back to the Tough Guy Mountain headquarters and put them into brand processing, where we take all these elements and turn them into brands. That being said, we also do quite a bit of agriculture experiments here in the brandscape, and some of the brand elements are combined in both a controlled way and sometimes in an organic, unexpected way. Sometimes brands occur in the wild in ways that we couldn't expect, and sometimes our experiments yield very predictable results here. Now we move on to the final phase of the brand elemental table, and that is ideas and concepts. Starting with Esther.
An idea or a concept. Communism.
There we go. Someone was going to say communism. Oh, communism is now cursed.
Oh, it's cursed.
It hurts. It hurts.
You could have cursed capitalism, but you instead cursed communism.
We should curse
Sam.
both of them.
I forgot about that. Shit.
Oh Christ. Jesus. But like the idea.
Jesus.
Ooh.
Maya.
Ideas. We're all alone. Like, it's just, it's just us.
Oh my gosh. What?
It's just us, you, and everybody else's imagination.
Solipsism.
Yeah.
Solipsism, okay. Solipsism.
It's a great one.
Cat.
Or what? Alternatively, the Truman Show.
Sure. Do you want to make this solipsism just the Truman Show?
Yeah, this idea is the Truman Show.
And Kat, you still need to pick one.
Oh.
Since we already had that.
Right. I guess that's true. How about feminism?
Feminism, uncursed. Jonathan.
The Jesus the man, the idea.
Jesus the man, the idea. Okay, back to Esther.
Men's rights.
Cursed.
Men's rights cursed. Wow. Even cursed, it's scary that it's in this game. Sam.
Stuff that is esoteric. Like the idea of esotericism.
So do you want me to say esotericism, or do you want me to say stuff that is esoteric?
Esotericism.
Okay. Maya?
Mindfulness.
Mindfulness. Uncursed. Cat.
Monasticism.
What's that?
Like being
Yeah,
a
what is
monk.
that?
Oh,
Oh, monasticism. Got you. I was like, is that another men's rights thing? I don't
No,
know.
it's not. It's menstruation. Oh, that's my next one.
Menstruation as a concept.
Yeah. Wait, no,
Jonathan.
I'm gonna call it. I call menstruation.
Menstruation. I spelled monasticism wrong. I put an E in there. Okay, Esther.
Free love.
Free love cursed. Sam.
Being good at driving, but not that good.
Being good at driving, but not that good. Maya.
global warming.
Global warming, the concept. Cat.
Integrity.
Integrity. Jonathan.
Magic.
Magic. Esther.
Satanism.
Satanism. Sam.
Climbing something really big as a life goal.
Climbing something big as a life goal. Maya.
Cats are able to brainwash you by using like a pheromone in.
Cats are able to brainwash you using a pheromone. Cat.
Irony.
Irony. Jonathan.
Bush did 9/11.
Bush did 9/11. All right, so now what we're going to do is roll a basic brand for each of your characters to have based off the table.
I'm scared.
So we're going to start with Jonathan. And so, Jonathan, roll a d20 for a color.
Oops, sorry, I didn't have it selected. 3.
So, sunflower seed gray.
Nice.
And then you got a 4 for emotions. So, what is it? Sunflower seed gray. Relaxed.
Nice.
Oh, you should have said piebald.
And 12 for shapes is squiggly line.
Are you writing this down?
I am, yeah. Squiggly line, and one more.
What was that
20.
the last thing I said?
Bush did 9/11.
Yes, yes, just.
So,
It is fundamental to your personality.
Yeah, that
intern
uncanny,
Johnny's
really.
starter level brand is sunflower seed gray, relaxed, squiggly line. Bush did 9/11. Intern Cashew.
Yes.
Roll me a d20 for a color. 18. So you get stone.
Ooh.
Give me your emotion. 6 gives us deranged, and that's cursed.
Oh no.
So cursed, deranged, stone so far. That's pretty cool. Give me a shape. 12. 12 is also a squiggly line. We got a pair of squiggly lines.
Aw.
Aww.
And your concept, 7, is esotericism. I think those all go together, kind of.
Yeah.
Stone deranged. Wait, stoned, cursed, deranged, esotericism.
Yeah. Stone,
And
cursed,
squiggly
deranged,
line.
squiggly line, esotericism. Intern Schmidt. Give me that big dick energy. So 11 gives you black and white checkerboard.
Right.
Someone better get the other one.
Checkerboard. And you rolled a 19 for your emotion,
Integrity.
and that's at peace.
Okay.
And give me your shape is 13.
Yeah.
Pizza.
Ah.
Yeah.
And
Wow,
your
checkerboard
emotion
pizza.
is 2, which is Jesus. All right, so black and white, checkerboard, at peace, pizza-shaped Jesus.
Sounds like a good popular brand.
Yeah, sounds like a Toronto like hipster food brand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is a Toronto hipster food.
Yeah, it's just burger priest for pizza. Stan, give me your color. 2, fuchsia.
What
Okay.
color was it?
Fuchsia.
Nice.
Your emotion. 10 is pessimism. Nothing like fuchsia pessimism.
Nice.
Yeah, it's just pretty accurate so far.
7 for your pyramid. Okay. Fuchsia pyramid. Interesting.
It's just describing
You're
interns.
you're just towing the company line. All right, and your concept. Please don't get men's rights.
5.
You came one off men's rights, and you're now Jesus the man, the idea.
Yeah, that's just intern Stan though.
Okay, wow, you rolled the most generic possible intern stand ever. You're like like great. All right,
Walking around mumbling Gethsemane to myself.
intern curse.
Wow.
Give me your color.
Sorry.
4 gives you yellow. Cute. Your emotion.
Nice. Okay, 1 second.
Seven. Content. Yellow and content.
Oh, it's nice.
Your shape.
Nice so far.
Yeah, could be intern. 11 for shapes is eyeball shaped.
Oh,
Yellow
amazing.
content eyeball.
That sounds great.
And 4 for your concept is feminism.
Man, best brand.
It's like feminism is content to be watching you. So yeah, yellow content eyeball feminism. Quick recap. So intern Johnny's brand is sunflower seed gray, relaxed squiggly line. Bush did 9/11. Intern Cashew is stone colored deranged, which is the actually only cursed brand element that happened. Squiggly line esotericism. Intern Schmidt, black and white checkerboard, at peace, pizza, Jesus. Intern Stan, fuchsia, pessimism, pyramid, Jesus the man, the idea. And intern Curse is yellow, content, eyeball shape, feminism. Okay, so your brands will like change in an additive, subtractive, and mutated way as the game goes on. But as we go forward, there's nothing that you use your brand for right now. But like in the second adventure, it will become, it will provide clear gameplay options, if that makes sense. Your character is going to be put in positions where they're going to need to use their brand to get through specific situations, and that will be an important part of it. And you'll also be looking for opportunities to change your brand up, because you'll find yourself either like held back or augmented in certain ways by these randomized choices that you all just made together.
Great.
Beautiful.
So intern Isaiah, asks you if you have any questions.
What do I have to do with? Do I get to care for my brand? Is it
You'll
like
care
a
for your
pet?
brand you'll care for the brand for the rest of your life, whether you want to or
Oh,
not.
shit.
When can I see my brand?
Your brand is entered into your intern handheld device, which it should be in your pocket,
Oh, nice.
and or in your hand. I don't know, wherever you put your intern handheld device, and you will see it manifested in different circumstances.
What is
Um,
your brand?
Want to roll one for intern Isaiah?
Yes.
Yeah.
You do
All
it,
right.
Johnny. Or Ian does it? Or...
Doesn't really matter. I'll just record it. Intern
I'm gonna.
Isaiah. It's a really. So he, black and white checkerboard.
Bless you.
Thank you.
15
Yeah.
envy.
Ooh. So unlike you.
And silhouette of a woman.
Oh!
Envy
Wow.
and silhouette of a woman.
This is like a noir movie.
19 is irony.
Oh, got a good one.
That's great.
So, in response to your question, intern Isaiah takes his phone out of his pocket, and you see him press a button, and in front of him sprouts the silhouette of a woman in black and white checkerboard. And from it, you can feel a sense of envy emanating from it. And you can also, it causes you to think about irony, or it causes you to, like, the concept of irony is present, whether that means that you think it's all ironic or whether it makes you think about irony. Kind of up to you how you interpret that.
I picture like the classic perfume commercials where it's like, I guess I'm just thinking of it being made fun of on The Simpsons maybe, but like where there's a woman like flying through a window in black and white. But like the woman is made of has like a checkerboard pattern. That's the advertisement I'm thinking of.
Beautiful. Just a heads up, guys. I think we're gonna try to end at 11:30. How do people feel about that?
Sure.
Is that in 10 minutes?
Yeah. I mean, I think I can be a good spot to. I wasn't sure how far we'd get today, but we're coming up to a spot where I feel it would be a reasonable place to end, because the next section will be a lot more sort of problem-solving gameplay. So I think we actually will get through a decent amount of this sort of like intro adventure. Intern Isaiah invites you all to take out your intern handheld devices and open up the icon that is the like the Tough Guy Mountain logo, and click on it. Do you all do it?
Yes.
Yeah, definitely.
So you all now see your brands appearing in front of you. So next week when you have character sheets, I'll have these recorded from you. But just another quick recap of Jonathan. You see a sunflower seed gray squiggly line appear in front of you. It's a little like dusty looking, for the like salt that's on it. It looks relaxed, and it makes you think about how Bush did 9/11.
Because there's two squiggly lines.
Gray, dusty gray, squiggly lines.
Kat, when you press yours, another squiggly line comes out, a stone squiggly line. It looks deranged, and there's like a dark energy about it, and it makes you think about esotericism. Intern Schmidt, you see a pizza-shaped black and white checkerboard come out. It makes you feel at peace and makes you think about Jesus. And wow, Intern Schmidt is such a bro.
I know.
Such a like Toronto bro. with like with a bad startup or a food or like maybe owns like I can see this also as like an apparel brand that you like sell online as e-commerce.
And every small business owner in Toronto is weirdly Christian too, so it makes sense.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, like Dark Horse.
Yeah, Dark Horse and Burger Priest.
Right.
I did not know that. Yeah, I guess it makes sense with Burger Priest.
Yeah, and they like performatively close on Sundays to be like, check out how Christian we are. This is me putting a halo above my head, or a Jesus, or a thorned crown.
I did that.
Or
what?
Yeah,
I did that.
a checkerboard pizza floating above your head.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Intern Stan, you see, a pyramid, a fuchsia pyramid come out. That makes you feel pessimistic, and makes you think of Jesus as more like a man, but the idea of the man that is Jesus. So you pretty much just think about tough guy now.
That's just literal. It's just literal.
Yeah, and intern Curse, a yellow content eyeball shape appears before you and makes you think about feminism.
As it should.
And so these are all your intern characters' brands. Intern Isaiah now beckons you to come into his basement.
Can I check to see if I have any snacks in my pocket first?
It seems like each of you has 8 intern pellets in your pocket.
Whoa.
But you also just ate strawberry magic cake.
Yeah, no, I was thinking I would like take one and leave a little bit of a trail, like break it up and leave like a trail.
Okay, yeah, I mean you can do that 8 ways, 8 times. You can make 8 landmarks of
No, I'm gonna break up one into crumbs.
Okay, yeah.
Crumbs.
Yeah, do it.
Into the I'm just gonna litter it on his floor as as I walk with him to the basement.
Kind of rude, but you do you. So you all go into the basement with him?
Yeah.
So you walk into this sort of like claustrophobic basement space where there are a bunch of doors, just freestanding doors, kind of like in your cubicle, and they each have a different number on them in a sort of like with a rustic like brass number on each of them. If you felt like it, you could roll an awareness check to see how many of them there were.
Okay. Doing that.
If you care, you don't have to care. If you think your character would care. Intern Schmidt
probably trying to see how good they put the crumbs down, so not really looking at where we're going.
Maya, you just rolled a D2 by accident, but I'm gonna count that as a fumble and just say that you were like staring at the ground, forgetting to look, and your character is just like, there's a million fucking doors. There's just doors everywhere.
Bro,
I did.
Oh, you did.
Jonathan, you got a 9?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. You probably think there's like, oh wow, geez, there sure are a lot of doors down here.
Very.
Maybe like Esther also rolled a D2. Intern Curse did the exact same thing where they just sort of looked at the ground like, oh my god, there's so many fucking doors. There's like a trillion fucking goddamn doors. You guys are an observant bunch, You look with your eyes closed, and intern Stan can tell there's like probably somewhere between a dozen and 20 doors.
Okay.
That's what I rolled.
Yeah, you probably think there's around 14 doors. Give or take, you're not sure. But he walks through he opens up a door that says number 3 and invites you to follow him through.
Interesting. What is through the door?
Can we see what's through the door?
You see a different part of the brandscape.
Okay, let's go.
Oh, okay. I'll go.
And you walk through that door, and he beckons you to stand on a small platform as he gets on a little platform of his own. And if you all get on them, the platforms start moving throughout the brandscape.
Whoa.
Yeah.
So,
Can we ask about the technology?
say what?
Can we ask about the technology that's moving us around?
You can, yeah.
So what's the deal? How is this being powered?
You know, I'm just a simple shepherd. I don't really ask about these kinds of things. I just sort of use the tools that the bosses give me. So sorry, I can't help you out more there, but
It's
you
fine.
know, maybe you'll figure it out someday. You can let me know.
Probably not.
Pretty cool platforms though, right? So yeah, you know, welcome my fellow interns to the Brandscape. You're currently standing in Brand Zone 3, which is a you know, what we call a. Sorry, one second, guys. Kat or Jonathan, you remember what we call these brandscapes, the ones that are
Developed brand zone?
developed brand zone. Thank you, Jonathan. I didn't actually. I really thought I had this information memorized, so I didn't write it out anew.
You
So-
haven't gone through the simulation as many times I have.
So in this develop, so like you're going through it and you see like all around you. There's like, unlike the last place we were in. Oh, we didn't actually roll a brand. There was a brand flock in the last place and we didn't roll it. But why don't we so someone quickly roll me for a d20 4 times to decide what the brand flock was around intern Isaiah.
The brown and flop.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, so actually, I'll take that intern stand roll. Actually, so we got 1. So the flock around his house was a blue flock. That 15. Blue envy. Ooh, I love that. Blue envy. Very, very sexy. 3 poo shaped.
You walked right into that.
Sexy poo shape. And menstruation is what it makes you think of.
Oh no!
So all
This is a
around
very
intern Isaiah's
bad one.
cottage, there are these like little blue poo shapes that make you feel envious and make you think about menstruating. But here in
What?
Brand Zone 3, intern Schmidt, you rolled a 3. So in sunflower gray. Someone else give me a roll.
I got it.
2, 18, and okay, so we got miserable. So you all you're all of a sudden you're in this brand zone. You're all feeling miserable right now.
Oh.
No.
And there's a lot of dick shapes floating around. I don't know if that's contributing to your misery. And you're thinking about magic. Someone else roll 4d20s?
You do.
We're in a brand zone. There's like a couple of different things around here.
I also
so
sorry, I didn't see you rolled the mister.
Okay, yeah, we'll do Esther's. We'll use Jonathan's later. Esther. So like, there's also the color orange is plentiful in this area. You feel relaxed despite being miserable. You know, when you're miserable but you're relaxed, could be worse. There's a lot of poo shapes kicking around. So this is apparently the zone where they mine all the poo shapes. Yeah. Oh no, sorry. You got 20. I looked down at Jonathan. So there's no poo shapes around. There is cursed rectangles.
Oh no!
And you can see there's like machines around trying to purge out all the cursed rectangles. And then you also, Jonathan especially, but most of you are all thinking about how Bush did 9/11.
Yeah, he really fucking did it. Yeah, that guy fucking did 9/11. He really, really did it.
About it.
So intern Isaiah is like explaining to you, like, this is where we mine these elements. So this is why you're feeling these things. This is why you're thinking about these things. This is why you're seeing the things you're seeing. And this brand zone 3, we purposefully are doing all of these things. So we want more sunflower gray and orange. We need them for a couple browns. We use misery and relaxation. We're trying to get rid of the cursed rectangles, but they are getting into our system. Dick shapes are very important. And, magic is a very powerful thing for a brand. And so is conspiracy theories, specifically George Bush doing 9/11. So you can see all these things around. You also see like machines that are like mining these things out of the ground as you're floating on this platform looking by. As you keep going, things get a little bit more sparse and kind of like chaotic. There's a lot more wood around. There's there's cursed delusion.
Oh no.
You all start feeling cursed delusion,
Whoa.
which is not very nice. You see some shapes around, and yes, poo shapes once again.
Sick.
And you're thinking about feminism, and intern cursed, you're double thinking about feminism right now. Really, really focused on that. And intern Isaiah explains how, like, in this area, all these things are naturally occurring. We may someday turn this plot of land into an area where we mine these things specifically, but right now all the sensations you're feeling and things you're seeing are things that are naturally occurring to the area. We monitor these things quite closely, and they're a part of our equations. These brands often come together organically to form wild brands, and you guys see like you see a poo shape float by that is doing all these things, a wood poo shape emanating cursed delusion and feminism. And you're like, and he's like, we at Tough Guy Mountain did not make that. That just happened, and we just have to take it for what it is. Whether the higher ups decide that's a useful thing for Tough Guy Mountain, maybe they will someday. For right now, this thing just goes about its business, being a cursed delusional poo shape that's wood colored and makes you think about feminism. Now, some of these wild brands can actually be very dangerous. Like thinking about feminism isn't too bad, but what if there was, 6 or 7 concepts and emotion that tacked onto each other in very conflicting ways? Like you could literally go insane because from the exposure to these brand elements, and it can be very dangerous. Legend has it that they can become so dangerous they almost form into like black holes. We call those brand voids. So the difference between a wild brand and a brand void is just the amount of danger. But don't worry, we haven't seen a brand zone. We haven't seen a brand void anywhere around these parts, and at least in my lifetime. Like I've never seen one anywhere around here, so don't worry. As he says that, you guys all start feeling a deep sense of like emptiness inside you and a deep fear as a large black orb appears in the distance. And intern Isaiah just looks at it and looks back at you and is just wide-eyed and beyond speech, and you all feel yourselves being sucked towards it. And intern Isaiah can't even think of what to say, considering what he's just explained and the coincidence of all this. And you all get sucked. Everyone make a roll.
Sorry.
You're a real 8, and Kat, we need one from you, I think.
Yeah, roll.
Right. So yeah, none of you escape this. You're all sucked into the brand void that appeared moments after he mentioned it. It'll probably become like a superstition from now on that you never speak of a brand void for fear of one appearing. But you're all sucked into it, and you all die.
What?
Whoa.
However,
No.
you wake up as intern collective inside your cubicle once again as one person. You know, like it was all a dream that just happened. And that concludes episode 1 of Vodroplasia, the Board of Directors role-playing game.
Wow.
Weirdly,
yeah, go on, yeah.
I just opened
Thank
an
you.
article where the headline is "Man who joined a social media cult reveals how its founders lured him into grief online with promises of wealth and fame, then forced him to give up his belongings, have sex with a guy, and drink the leader's semen." It just seems
Wow.
like appropriate.
You should post that in the Facebook chat. That sounds like exactly what's happening here.
Yeah.
You know, just with us hanging out here.
Cuthbert Mountain's ability to predict the immediate future yet again proves that we should have destroyed it so long ago.
You gotta stop.
So the next time we play, like some of these things that were introduced are going to be put onto a character sheet kind of thing. But if that gives you a sense, we're going to build the rules of this game sequentially, and the next time we play, these things will become more like abilities you can use to solve the problems that are thrown at you. So yeah, that's how going to approach like building the game kind of thing.
Great.
So we will get to continue as our characters even though we woke up as a collective?
Yeah, I mean, well, you know, I won't give you any spoilers, but you will. We will see intern Johnny, Cashew, Schmidt, Stan, and Curse again
With their brands?
with their brands. Yeah,
Like,
yeah. Most of the intern collective thing is more like an onboarding part of the game. Like you'll spend most of the game playing your individual characters.
cool.
It's quite
And
fun. Yeah, the collective. I like the collective though too. It's nice that we get to go back to it a little bit at least.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I was thinking like every time you go back into intern purgatory, like you'll never be by your like. Whenever you go back into intern purgatory, it will be as like a collective intern thing. Ooh. And then whenever you leave it, you'll be yourselves.
That's interesting.
Mm-hmm. I mean, we'll see how it goes. You know, it's all everything's pretty fluid right now, guys.
You should scan more images into the website so you can switch images.
Yeah, Roll20 lets you like actually like build like gridded maps really easily for gameplay. I'm not like maybe going forward I'll have more visuals or like as the game gets built. I didn't really I'm not sure if I had a need for it in this session or whether I'll need it next session, but like maybe at some point we'll want to like see the maps or see pictures of things and stuff.
Even if you have more like concept drawings of things like this, it's fun to look at while you're saying things.
Yeah, that's true. Cool.
Pictures of guys are also quite fun, like a face.
Pictures of guys.
I'm
I'm just gonna like next time I'm just gonna have a whole bunch of pictures of like just like hot buff dudes like hanging out, and we'll just
in the
have them to
D&D
look at.
session that I'm in, like if we're talking to a guy, if that's like the thing that we're doing in that scene, we'll
Oh yeah, that's a good idea.
just like a drawing.
Yeah, I'll make Kat draw them though.
Pictures of hot diglets.
Pictures of hot diglets. That's all you need.
I drew a picture of the cat ears and the human ears just
Can
so-
you put it in the Facebook chat?
Yeah, is that how? Yeah, I'll put it in the Facebook chat.
You could also attach it to your character, Kat. If you open up your intern Cashew, you could
Right.
upload an image.
Let me do that now.
Hmm.
Would you be able to see it if I did that?